It's not just a call. It's a warning. I've been trying to reach you. Armandale! This is about a king and prisoners to match.
I can take care of myself.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left. I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Whoa! Take it easy, sweetheart. You hear everything they say, ain't you?
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
I'm vengeance. It's black and blue and dead all over.
Alright, anyway, what is up, people? How are all of you doing? Let me try to get a little more comfortable here. Alright, so, long story short, okay, a miserable person's enemy is progress, and, me, I tend to never stop progressing, okay? This is why people lash out at me behind computers, attack me behind computers, right? Talk shit about me behind computers, right? Threaten me behind computers, falsely accuse me behind computers, make up lies on my name behind computers, repeat my words behind computers, make videos with my words in them behind computers, try to tell me how I feel behind computers, project behind computers. This is why people do these things. And when you do them in front of everyone, you're very obvious to find out and expose. Okay? So, like I said, what you got to understand is we're not in the same lane, sweethearts. We're not doing the same shit. Y'all are all gay and on some gay shit and on my dick and can't seem to get off my dick. And it's very weird. It's called obsession, gang stalking, and it's a federal crime. Okay? And it's not healthy. Period. It's just not healthy. Okay? For anyone. Now, what you need to understand, okay, is I am doing a lot of shit. I am getting a lot done very quickly. Okay, I'm very much on my job just because I am not currently, quote unquote, working because I just got done making more money with a business that I was running, okay, than the goddamn business owners, and I'm very proud and I'm going to continue to brag about it. That's right. And I'm still waiting for my $84 that they owe me. Okay? And it's just that simple, man. Like I said, everybody has to pay me. Okay? What I'm owed, everybody has to come at me correct. Because I, right, can afford a lawyer. I have lawyer money. I have money for an attorney. For whatever legal purpose I need it be. I am not intimidated. I am not afraid to speak my mind and say what I need to say. I can give a fuck who feels what way and about whining ass victim playing little bitches. Okay? And I've proven that. I do what I want. I again have won against all of you. Okay? All I've done this entire time is win, and all this shit you all have just talked for like the past years. Basically just got shoved directly right back up all y'all's ass cracks. I repeat, all the bullshit y'all typed and talked, all was proven to be bullshit and lies. You've been exposed. Are y'all angry? Are you angry yet? You've been angry, let's just be real. I mean, when you do the things that y'all do on the internet, it only proves that you're angry. You do realize that, right? You can't talk shit to me when I'm winning. Like, I'm winning in this physical reality. The things that you all type and say aren't happening. So what's your point? You're not trolling. You're trying to be malicious, right? You think that shit's cute, right? You're trying to be malicious and acting like, oh, you want to play games with people behind computers. That's what y'all do all day, right? Okay, it's not really possible. Especially when people catch on and you're talking to a genius, so you're insulting my intelligence. Like, I know exactly this shit that y'all are on. I call it out ahead of time. That's why I keep saying this shit. Y'all want to play? Y'all want to play like I'm stupid? No. I give y'all what you want every time. I play right into your bullshit because I want you to see how fucking stupid you are. All that bullshit pointless for nothing. Remember when y'all was saying I'm controlled, not controlled, never was. I'm in charge. I'm the king of the black sector. I run the black sector. Again, I'm going to get a cap customized that says Black Sector CEO. I've had enough of this bullshit, these games on here that these motherfuckers play. I run the black sector. I'm the creator and originator of it, 100%. That's number one. Number two, just everybody on here needs to get their motherfucking mind right and understand reality of what's going on. Okay? If you're on YouTube right now, you work for me. Not because I'm just over here just, talking shit, you know what I mean? And no, I'm talking about this is really reality because I speak things into our fruition. Yes. So again, if you're on YouTube right now, you work for me. Why? I'm able to take over any business that I involve myself in. I've made it a habit of doing so for a long time now. And I'll check the chat in a minute. I'm really not interested in it. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time ever again blocking comments. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to talk to, my fucking girlfriend. Okay. It would be nice to be able to talk in the chat without being bothered, but we have ways around that, and she's going to work with me 100%. So again, it is what it is, man. All of you are definitely a third party. All of you are the third party, right? You want to eavesdrop, you want to pay attention, but that's all that y'all will ever be is a third party, right? The third party means exactly what it is, a third party. People who are trying to make my business their business, but my business ain't your fucking business. Okay? What I do has nothing to do with you. Don't worry about what I do. You don't have any angles on me. You don't have shit you can do with me. You're not smart. You're people with too much time on your hands. And you just sit there worried about me, acting like you're monitoring my fucking activity. And it's very weird. Okay? Because what you're doing is illegal and you're not doing shit. So every day, these people just sit there, right? Showing that they're satanic, that they have allegiance to Satan openly, that they're gang stalking me, and then expecting me to give a fuck. Bro, I don't care. I don't even pay y'all any attention. I just do me. You feel me? That shit is irrelevant to me because that's called something out of my control. I'm a stoic. I'm all about learning and preaching and practicing stoicism. What's out of my control, I don't worry about. I let go. I don't give a fuck about. Okay? But what is in my control, I do very well at handling. Right? So again, check this out. You see the background. Remember when I used to play these backgrounds? Do you all remember? Or do you have that narcomnesia going again where you forget shit so easily? Do you remember some of these GIFs? Because there was a lot of reasoning behind them. Okay? And what you've got to understand, okay, basically, long story short, what you have to understand at some point, okay, hold on, is that everything that I said I was going to do, I keep doing. Remember Red Pill? Do you remember Red Pill? For all of you who don't know, Red Pill is one of the people who gang stalks me. His channel is at West Coast 206 Pinoy. Nobody watches this clown. So again, Mr. Red Pill, okay, who you claim to practice a philosophy that's a broken philosophy and does not work. Everybody's aware of this, and you're a clown. Okay, you don't get any pussy. I issued a challenge to you over years ago now to put one bitch on camera. You failed that challenge and cannot meet the challenge. It is just that goddamn simple. Okay? Let me see. Why is this not working? Oh. Hold on. So, like I said, what you all have to understand at some point is that I continue to make progress. I continue to be the mover and the shaker. I continue to run this sector. By the way, let me turn on my monetization. We can't do shit without engaging my monetization, right? Because, see, these people don't understand. I really am my own media. So when I click Bing right now accidentally, or not accidentally, but when my shit pops up. By the way, there's a reading talking about I got abundance coming, a ton of money in a few weeks, which sounds to me like facts. It always is. When I click on the tab and it opens up something about Ice Spice is irrelevant. All the people that the mainstream media wants to push and promote are irrelevant at this point. They've been irrelevant since day one, but now they're very irrelevant because Tyrese Need is taking over the media. Okay, this is what you have to understand. I'm my own company, I'm my own business, I am my own media and news station. Okay, and I don't worry about that so much because it's a irrelevant perspective of things. Because if your goal is about perception and trying to change someone's perception, you're pathetic, desperate, and stupid, because it's impossible to change people who are just regular adults' perception. Because if somebody really understands the truth, they're going to have their mind made up regardless. So the only people that you're going to sway are people who are stupid and can't think for themselves. Understand? So that's a dumb endeavor. That's just a stupid thing to waste your time on. So I could give a fuck about that. You see, so I'm smart, you're stupid yet again. Again, nothing I'm doing is dumb. Everything I'm doing is the best, smartest move that I could do. I'm winning on all across the board, and I've got people very angry at me for winning. Okay, and I'm gloating, laughing, rubbing it in their face. Okay, now again, do you all remember that people tried to claim they were putting me down on the internet? They tried to claim they were making fun of me this entire time. They tried to claim that I was full of shit, I was fake, I was all these fucking things. But I've proven them wrong every single step of the way. Have I not? Literally. Everything that's been said, I've proven wrong. Oh shit, here it is right there. You can own the actual stunt bike from The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, but it ain't cheap. Huh. Really? Really now? For an estimated 80,000 to 106,000, anybody can climb on the real deal Bat Pod. Huh. Yeah, but I mean, it's not worth that kind of money because you could just make your own. I mean, now if the wheels spin and shit, that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to just climb on it. I want to use it every day and be able to ride it. So, number one, they worked on my scooter today. I'm very excited, very happy about it. Everything's cool with it because I thought for a minute that it just wasn't working, and it was a great investment because it's been nothing but useful for getting around. I'm able to do whatever I want with it. The battery's fully charged finally, I believe right now. I think it should still be fully charged. I can check in a minute. And I gotta just test it out and see how it does when I use the lights, how often I can use them. I'm gonna have to start riding at night sometimes, and test the lights a little bit and see how it does. I'm very excited about it all. The point is, it has LED lights. Y'all have seen this. It's an amazing scooter. It is my Bat scooter. I mean, officially, it is the Bat scooter. It is the first scooter. I have another scooter in my inventory. It's a small Razor scooter. Okay, I'm building an inventory, not so much to sell just yet, but just for me at this point first, because this one is supposed to be, it was supposed to be a scooter I got for the actual, Batman shit that I'm doing for my actual movement. It's supposed to be rough and tough and able to go through things, and even if I crash or take a spill, it's supposed to be designed for all of that. Okay, and so far it seems like it's actually living up to its name and holding some weight. What the fuck is this? So, like I said, today I had him take a look at it. I'm just excited about it, man. He helped me with the wiring a little bit on it, which the wiring is irrelevant. It's just for the lights and shit. But he helped me to kind of cover it up and tuck it in since that front light had come off. I should have them right here in the helmet. The portable front light, the portable back light. Okay. So I've got everything set up for it. I got the seat. They had tightened the seat originally. It might need some more tightening. It moves around a little bit. That's normal because, like I said, this thing doesn't go 30. I realized the fucking scooter is going about almost 40 miles per hour because I'm just able to push it that hard. So like I said, I always take things past its boundaries, past its point. So this thing is amazing. I mean, it's just fucking amazing. Alright, now first of all, when you come on my panel and you try to interrupt my show, that's not a smart move. That's very fucking stupid. Okay, so number one, can you get your ugly fucking forehead off the camera and put your faggot face on the camera so I can see who the fuck you are? Okay, because again, I can't see who you are. Okay, still again, I can't see you. Is there a reason why your fucking face looks like an oblong box? There may be a reason for that. Okay, that he's laughing. Again, Oh, I'm sorry, Garrett. I'm sorry, bro. My bad. You're the good guy. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for falsely roasting you. I thought you were a troll, so I was going in. I apologize. Garrett is cool. I love Garrett. Garrett's good people. No issue, Garrett. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong with your face. I was only seeing like the top half. I thought you were a weird troll. You gotta be careful how you come up here. Like when you come on my panel, you gotta kind of just get on the camera, brother, so I can see that it's you. I thought you were like, that angle just looks creepy. You look like the Joker or some shit coming in here. All right. Now hold up. Let me go ahead and get you up here. Hold on. Garrett was cool as fuck. I don't have any issue with Garrett at all. All right. Let me see. My bad, bro. I didn't expect you to be coming up here at all. I had no idea. All right. What's up, man?
What up? What up, niggas?
How are you doing?
All good, bro.
But see, yeah, okay. You turned your light on. See, you should have came in with the light, because when you didn't, like, it looked real creepy. Like I didn't know who the fuck that was. Yeah, it was a little odd. My bad. I didn't know that you were like coming to actually just talk and shit. My bad. So I apologize for that. I can apologize when I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean, you understand, right, why I'm paranoid and shit with the panels and shit, with all the people that be trying to come over here and play games,
Yeah, man.
It's pretty weird, yeah. But yeah,
They're always hating on you, bro.
Right. Have you seen the Bat Scooter?
I haven't yet.
You haven't seen the Bat Scooter?
I heard you talking about it a second ago, though.
The Bat Scooter's right here. Look, I'll show you the Bat Scooter live in living color. This is the Bat Scooter.
Oh,
Here, let me take that shit off. Not that I give a fuck what they see on here, honestly. I really don't. But, yeah.
Okay. That's what we rolling with.
Hell yeah.
They see me rolling.
No, but you don't understand. This ain't no little bullshit, dog. Look at this. Watch. I'm going to show you something. Let's show you how the big boys are rocking now. First of all, how much do you think this thing costs?
Let's say 400.
Higher. We'll discuss it in a minute. But they say I'm not Batman, but I'm on roofs of buildings. Was Batman on roofs of buildings?
He was.
Okay. They say I'm not Batman, but it seems like everything Batman seems to have and do, I have and do. So, if you check this out, their front light is completely gone. There was a front light right here. It's completely gone. So I'm not Batman, but I'm going that fast, and I'm clearly doing real shit. Okay? Or that front light wouldn't be just gone like that. Okay? I've already taken 2 spills on it. I just get right back up. It's not a big deal. Point is, I had them mess with that wiring today, so they kind of fixed it a little for me where it's not like shouldn't be open and shit, or exposed. And it's just for the lighting. But I'm going to show you this in a minute, and you're going to trip balls. Watch. Okay. First of all, the scooter technically goes 30 miles per hour, Garrett. Okay. It goes 30. But the truth is that I'm hitting speeds of up to like 34 to 36. Possibly I could get it to like 40 miles per hour. Like, I'm not playing around on this thing. I'm fucking accelerating the fuck out of it. So, yeah, it goes fast as fuck. This thing moves, okay? And it's perfect because nothing can stop me. Like nothing gets in my way. There's no obstacles because, do you get what I'm saying? Because I can take it anywhere I need to. Like, it's almost better than having a fucking car. Fuck a car. So, check this out. You're going to trip balls, okay? Hold up. Prepare to trip balls, Garrett. Alright, put my key in. Hit my display light. So, I actually don't have full battery right now, so I'll plug in the charger in a minute and make sure that it is back to full battery, which is odd, but I don't know. I'll figure it out in a minute. But yeah, I mean, basically, they'll work with me on the electronics for a while. That's number one. So I'm excited about that. They're gonna help me regardless, so I can take it in anytime I want. And then, check this out. Okay, so it has lights. Do you see the backlight just came on?
Nice.
The red?
Mm-hmm.
See that? Okay. So that's the backlight. And then I bought a portable front light and an extra backlight that I can take with me if I want, to where I can save that, because when it's on, it takes up a lot of battery. Now, it has blinkers. Look.
Oh, sweet.
You see that?
Uh-huh.
Is that a good angle where you see it? Like, I want you to see the actual. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright, look.
Okay.
Now, so it's got blinkers. He didn't fix the horn, did he? No, he will fix the horn when I have him install the light, but they want like $60 for the light, and I'm not paying that right now. He's a nice guy though. He likes me. We get along. He's super cool, and you people can't fuck it up, so suck a dick on that. And it's extremely fast. Okay, it's got the brakes, it's got the accelerator. I bought a lock, and it's right here. You probably can't see it, but I'm gonna do a little trick. Here's my helmet. I just bought a helmet. Okay. Now this is worrying me a little bit. Where the fuck? What did I do? Hold on. What did I do? Where the fucking they gotta be on here on my beanie bag. Hold on. I want to show you this. There's strobe lights on the fucking thing. Okay, but I bought my own lights. Okay. I dress like Batman, Garrett. Okay. I do, I'm not kidding. I dress like Batman. This is a Guess shirt. Cost me $20. It's like $50 shirt. See
Okay.
that? Yep. So hold on here. Let's see if I can find these. Here they are. Okay. So since the front light broke off, like I said, this is the helmet that I just got.
Okay.
And
That
that's
looks
just
pretty nice. How
to
much is
start
that?
What I'm gonna do.
That looks pretty nice. How much is that?
It was expensive. I spent about $87 for, I think, what was it? I think for both of these. All this.
Okay.
And then I spent, I don't know how much, quite a bit too, for the locking mechanism. So if you look, I'm going to show you with the lights off so I can use the light and show you. If you observe Exhibit A, okay, I'm going to turn off that backlight. Exhibit A here, okay. Exhibit A, you see this locking mechanism here?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, there's a red button. So I had this installed. I paid to have them put it in with the screws to bolt it on basically to the bike. This is extra shit that I did somewhere else at a different location. And it slides right in for me to be able to, if I hit this red button, I can just slide. Here, let me do it with the light angled. I can just slide my lock right out. See that?
That's ballin'.
So it's so convenient because I can go anywhere, and all I do is pull up to the bike rack or wherever a pole is that I feel comfortable putting it on, and then when I want to put it back, I take this, unlock it because I have the key, and then I put it through, lock my shit. No one can get through this because it's a steel fucking bar lock. And then I just slide it. When I'm done, I put it back there, put together, I lock it, right? Let's see. And I just slide it right back in, and it's not going nowhere. Okay,
Hell yeah.
So then I ride around with the lock on the bike. It's fucking phenomenal. Okay.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so I'm really been getting it all together, and then at some point I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Batman mask made hard enough where it's like a helmet, to where I'm going to be riding with the bat shit like a helmet, to where I don't need a helmet because it'll protect my head enough. Okay, is the goal. I don't know if I may pimp it out. I'm thinking I'm just going to pimp out the other one because I'm looking at getting a bigger one. Now the other one, oh yeah, we got to go back to the price guessing. But let me show you this real quick. Check this out. Oh yeah, this is my front light, by the way. This light, the one you're seeing, and it has all these modes. Okay.
On strobe.
Yeah. Is that true that that can give people seizures?
I've heard it. That's true.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that when I do it. I don't like looking at it. But it seems like it would be a useful mode for the road, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, point is, that's my light, right? And I mean, I'm gonna have to see it do that because I need the light. You know what I mean? So it coils right around, so it can coil right in the front like this, and then you feel me? It's a fucking headlight. But check this out. Turn my display on again. Watch this. See that?
Oh
That's
shit!
That's the lights underneath the scooter, dog.
Oh dude! Man, you got to save some pussy for everyone else, man. Yes.
And then this is my backlight, the portable backlight. Even though I don't need it because the backlight works, just in case I need it, I can put it on there for extra lighting.
Shit, dude. That's
And it also flashes.
fuck, man. That's just
That's
all the
bad.
pussy's just gonna come straight towards you, man. It's like a magnet.
Well, I don't have a problem with pussy right now. That's not the issue. I'm with Jenny basically. I'm talking with Jenny. Everything is cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Everything and everyone else, I don't know. Everyone's kind of irrelevant and they're just weird. I think inaction is weird. But
See,
yeah,
Batman needs a glow about him like that, and you got it with that scooter, man.
Say it one more time.
I said Batman needs a glow about him, and you got that right there.
Needs
That
a-
aura.
Oh, you're talking about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like it was made perfectly for what I'm doing, you know?
You gonna go live when you do this?
Well, that's the goal. The goal is to. That's why my channel was called The Batman Tapes. That's gonna be the name of my film.
Fuck yeah.
Because I'm planning on taking. Here's the point. Here, let me plug the charger in first. Hold on. Why is the fucking charger green? That doesn't even make any sense because I thought it was fucking charged. I don't want to go through this again. So this is why I took it in. Yes. No, Mom, I don't want any more grape soda.
What's good, homie? I'm back.
I'm on my live show. Listen, Mom, I
What's
told
up,
you
dude?
to get out of here.
Welcome to the show, man.
This is my homie.
What it do you?
What's
All right,
up,
remember,
dude?
no personal information.
Oh,
The
yeah.
internet is dangerous. Alright.
Where y'all at, man? No, just kidding.
You son of a bitch. How dare you, Garrett?
Nah, but fuck, I'm tired, man. Fucking 2 rounds of fucking Harlingen and back.
For real?
Yeah.
See, he just went to Harlingen and back. Oh, I mean, they know where I'm at now. They know I'm in the valley, but we don't tell them anything more than that.
Exactly.
Where the fuck is my goddamn ending to my fucking dick? No, I mean my fucking
I'm
cord.
making the pizza ace that you didn't want to eat.
Oh, that old pizza.
Man, I'm hungry. I'll still eat it. Fuck
I'm not a fan of old pizza.
Man, pizza's pizza, man.
Garrett probably likes old pizza. You like old pizza, Garrett?
I love old pizza.
See, I could tell that you were old pizza kind of loving guy. No, I'm just
Old
kidding. No.
cheesy pizza, greasy, sloppy.
Anyway, so then I got the two. I want to shut that door. Then I got the 2 keys. So see, I got the one for the scooter and the one for the lock.
Okay.
And then that's all I do. I just go around with my keys like Batman and fucking do my thing. But
Shit, man, I'm gonna want to drive down to Harlingen and watch this.
Yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to come chill. I mean, I don't mind, just as long as you don't pull any troll shit, you know, any weirdo shit. I don't see you doing that, so yeah. But yeah, what's up, Life Giant Films? How you doing? Okay, I need to either shut this door. What the fuck is on my hand? Either a hair or a bug. Alright, I'm gonna shut this. Hold on. I'm gonna shut the door for now. Is that okay?
You think you could hit a flow right now?
Huh?
You think you could bust out a flow right now?
Bust a flow anytime, Gary. Who do you think you're talking to?
Sham guy.
Oh, you have seen my new nickname. Have you now? That's right.
Yeah, I keep up with it.
Yep.
I tell you, man, I try to hop in as many streams as I can.
Yeah. But yeah, so what do you think of the whole bat scooter?
I think that's fucking cool, man.
It's badass, right?
That's nobody's been doing shit like that before, man. You be a pioneer.
I always am, man. I'm a trendsetter.
Yeah, dude.
I'm a natural-born leader. But yeah.
When you think about starting it up, man.
Starting what up?
Like the whole Batman stuff, like going on the scooter.
It's already happening. I mean, that's what I'm. If you noticed, well. Have you checked the channel lately or not really?
Here and there, man. Here and there. I've been as consistent lately.
Right. I mean, basically, long story short, I mean, and I want to say something, you know, when some of y'all come in here, like, with Life Giant Films and you're trying to get my attention, you know, I apologize. I'm just talking to my homeboy right now. But, yeah, I mean, basically, the goal is to literally be Batman, in whatever aspect, because I already am. Like I said, like I've already been shutting down illegal organizations. Like, this shit is real. It's really happening. So I'm already Batman. Believe me on that. I don't have to prove it to anyone. I know I'm Batman. So that's number one. But number two, like, yeah, I want to gear my the concept of the film, the Batman tapes, was supposed to be that there was going to be real tapes of like me being Batman intertwined with a film called the Batman tapes. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So you would have tapes of Batman doing Batman-esque shit interjected into the film, and then you'd have to like make the film around it. And I was thinking about doing it like, if it has to be low budget to start, whatever low budget means, that's fine, whatever the fuck. Like, I don't need to spend a whole lot of money on it, but it's going to be hard because, like, it's a complex film and I need to finish writing it too. But yeah, Life Giant Films, calm it down a bit. I know you're in here. You're more than welcome to come on the panel if you'd like. That's the best way to talk to me. I don't really do the whole chat thing, but he was a good guest. He came on here and he talked to me the other day. He was chill. But yeah, like I said, I'm very happy with it, very excited about it, and just the future with it. I mean, I was really discouraged today because I thought that, like, I had wasted all my money. I thought, because, how much do you actually think it cost me?
I'm gonna say, let's go with 700.
Higher?
Let's go 900.
Higher?
Let's go 1,300.
No, it cost $1,000.
Grand. That's a pretty penny, man.
Yeah, it's an investment. So yeah, it cost me a whole band, and yeah, I was pretty discouraged. I was pretty depressed yesterday because I thought that it was. And Life John, I'm gonna let you up here, but just try not to interrupt because I want to make sure I have my conversation with him too. Um, but yeah, it cost a band. Hi there, Life Giant.
How you doing?
And yeah, it cost a band, and it's perfect. It's the first it's the first bat scooter, and
Yeah.
you're right. I haven't seen anyone do anything close to this shit that I'm
Nah.
doing, and I'm very excited about it. But people think I'm bullshitting and playing about being Batman. I've been Batman for years. Before I ever got on YouTube, I was Batman. That's what people don't understand. Like, I'm really Batman. Like, all the shit the movie about, that's me. So when people are like, "Oh, you're gonna be perpetrate," I can't perpetrate as something that a movie was made about. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I can't perpetrate when I'm what the fuck. Like, I'm not saying the movie was made about me, not at all. But what I'm saying is everything that movie talks about and emulates, I've been doing for years. And like the real things, like all of it, the fighting the crime, the physical fighting, the whole nine, and fighting illegal shit and corruption. And I got videos to prove it and shit. So like, all the real shit happens off camera. But my point is, this is just the first, prototype. This is the first scooter, and then the next one I'm looking at is 1400, and it looks almost identical to this, bro, but bigger. Let me show you the GIF I had playing earlier. I might be able to get a better one too if you bear with me in a minute. Give it a second. This one. This is the future of the next investment, which will be. I already have the price quote. I already know what it looks like. I know that when I get it, I'm going to need plates for it, and I'm going to need to install rear view lights that I guess are blinkers. I don't know if it'll need rear view lights and blinkers. It might need both, or it might just need blinkers, but I'll figure all that out as I go. What do you think about that?
Are you gonna pull it up? Are you gonna pull it up?
Um, fuck is this thing doing? Can you hear me now, Garrett?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You went out for a second.
Sorry, it's like the government muting my mic and shit because they're gay and they don't like the truth coming out that they can't stop the Batman. So again, point is the one I'm getting, it's gonna look like this basically. Let me take off the comment so you can take a closer look. Okay, it's gonna look pretty much identical, but it's going to be bigger than this. Like I think it's pretty similar, but I think mine is actually bigger. Yeah, by a little bit. I don't know. They're pretty close. They look very similar. It's a two-seater, the one that I'm looking at getting, and yeah, it's a $1,400 scooter. And it basically looks like it bigger than a fucking motorcycle. It's bigger than any motorcycle I've seen as far as I'm concerned. And it has huge wheels like this. Like, it's pretty big fucking wheels. Bigger than the ones I got. And this is not the low level scooter. Like, they have one that's lower than this, like the ones in Austin. I got the second level up, basically, because I don't need any license for it, and I don't need plates or anything like that. So, like, it's specifically for that, you know what I mean? But once I take care of all my other bullshit and get everything in its right place, then yeah, I'm going to be looking at that one, which is 1400, and it's huge, and it seats two people. And it's like a legit, damn near, maybe like a motorcycle, basically. And then I got to see what the speed is that it goes, because I know it probably goes faster than this one. But it's an all-out, it's a monster, basically.
Yeah,
So,
dude,
yeah,
you
I'm
get
gonna be
that,
doing
man.
this.
You win YouTube as far as I'm concerned, bro.
Well, that's not even the ending. I mean, that's just the very beginning. Because then after that, I still got to get a Batmobile. This is like a collection I want to build for me. I want the Batmobile. Then I want the what do they call it? Bat motorcycle. So I'm gonna actually be trying to get a motorcycle license at some point, so that I can get a Bat motorcycle as well. So I mean, this is like a endless, limitless possibility type of thing, and I'm just barely getting started. I just think it's cool, when people act like you're full of shit or bullshit, and people know I'm not a bullshit kind of dude. They know everything I say I do, but people just want to front and hate, and I mean, it is what it is, like people can do them and do what they do and waste their time with that gay ass pussy bullshit, but that's not my thing. But I just want people to see that this is a real thing. I'm gonna have to get back to writing my film when I have time, which I do have a little more time on my hands lately. So it's just about incentive, I guess. I just gotta, try to start putting some time into doing that. I've had a lot I'm taking care of, man, a lot on my mind. Like I said, I just got done working, so I was running a business, and like I said, I made more money than the fucking business owners with the business, so I did very well. But yeah, I think this was a great investment, and I think that it's working out, and I'm very excited about it. On that note, Life Giant Films, how are you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. I sent you an email, and
I saw it. Yeah, I already looked.
Okay. Just want to make sure, not bugging you. Just I think that I had the wrong signature on it because I have my podcast on there.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's all. So I sent you another one just saying that it's me.
Cool. Yeah, I got you. I got it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I just think it's funny that these people, they have so much shit to say, and they always talk about how I'm this and that, but yet everything I said, I've proven to be everything I claim without any reasonable shadow of a doubt, and I continue to acquire more. So I mean, it just weirds me out. It weirds me out when I tell people like I have billions in equity and they think I'm kidding when I'm not joking. Like that's the best part, is that I'm not kidding, and like it's not in my name. It's a way that I do things, and the thing that people don't understand, like genius, when they hear it. And my deal is like, it's not fake. Like just because things don't work by the book or a certain way doesn't mean they're not real. And it's actually the only way that it can happen if you really get smart, because when you make enough money, and you make a lot of money, number one, people don't support you, they hate on you. And that's one thing I try to teach people and want the world to see. Number two, when you have money like that, the first thing that they teach you is that you have to learn how to protect your assets. Does anyone in here register with that? How dare you walk away from me, Garrett? How dare you turn off the light? How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. You can do what you're going to do. Oh, that's all you were doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost sleepy time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what do y'all think about that last point? I want to hear what Michael thinks. What do you think about that, what I'm saying there?
1,000%. I agree. The only assets that you have are the ones that you've got hidden.
The ones you what?
The ones that you've got hidden properly.
Right. Especially at this day and age, because they taught me that. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
People act like I'm not learning. I'm learning as I go. That's the one thing. Like I like some things 50 Cent says, and like I don't bite shit off anyone. I quote people. When I quote them, I say who it comes from. If I say something to make fun of someone, I say, hey, it came from them. And he said that one time. He said, there's no school for this shit. And I find myself repeating it because it makes perfect sense, and it's something I would say. Like, I have things in common with that dude. That's why I love hearing him talk, because he has like the street element, but it relates into the business world, and that's what people don't get. I've been working on that my entire life. It was something I saw happening, and it was basically the concept that if I make it through all the street shit, I'm going to be a force when it comes to business, because I'm not going to approach anything from an emotional perspective. And that's what people don't understand. Like, I'm fucking ruthless. And it creates a real interesting paradigm in the business world, because you can seat me in any business room, and I'm more ruthless than any of the businessmen in there, because I come from the street. They can act whatever in business, but fucking people over doesn't make you ruthless. I'm talking about, like, it's a I don't know, maybe you can elaborate, Michael, and explain to him what I'm trying to say. I think you would understand a little.
I mean, our success has nothing to do with how we treat other people. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've always treated it like everyone around me should eat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why hogs get fat? Pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, right?
Yeah.
So there's always going to be somebody bigger than you. Remember that, and then
Which is,
like
I'm glad
that.
you said that, because that's actually another concept of what I represent. See, these people don't get it because they're too busy hating and on the gay, homo,
They're on the bottom floor.
Right, but they don't understand. I'm not the shark in the sea. Like, y'all really don't get what I'm about to do. Like the whole when they made the Batman film, who did Batman come up against that was bigger than him? Do either of you remember?
His arch nemesis, the antagonist of the whole thing,
Which was who?
the Joker.
Well, that's one, but in
And
the
the other one,
sequel.
I can't think of his name, but the guy
The
that
real
crawled
big
out of the
guy.
hole.
The huge guy.
Yep. With the
What was
breathing
his
mask
name?
and stuff.
Yep.
Bane.
Bane. And then my record label's named Cashless Bane. Meaning, it was supposed to be because I have similarities to Bane too, because I do. But it was the concept of society moving to all digital currency. This was all thought of years prior to now. That's what people don't get. Like, when I tell people the way I think, they don't understand it. Like, I thought of all this ahead of time. Garrett, why did you how dare you? How dare you just run away? Alright, hopefully he'll be back.
We talked about this.
What happened?
I said we talked about this. We got big and successful without worrying about money. Money is a byproduct of how you impact the world.
Right.
Money comes. If you do
Yeah,
things just for money,
money to me is well, number one, evil, but you can use it as like a righteous, good person, like I'm trying to do. But it's hard to come by, and I think that people like me are smarter with it. In the essence that we can do way more with less money, if that makes sense.
you mentioned 50 Cent. He was on a special the other day, looking at $5,000 sneakers, and he was like, "Fuck this!
Thanks.
I
That's
can buy a
exactly
car.
what I was
I can buy cars for this. This
Right.
is ridiculous. You keep these sneakers. Believe me, I'll go buy $150 Jordans. Forget it.
Right, exactly. Like that's the same way I think. Exactly my response. That's funny. I can't believe he said that. I'm glad he did, but that makes sense to me. Like, and that right there is all I see in the media. So like when all the new age rappers and like the new age, this youth in society that's growing up now, and they're all not really grown, but like they don't get it. Like they don't understand like the way that you normal people. If y'all really ain't normal. That generation is crazy. But the most of you, what do they call what do they call the babies of the Illuminati? I use the term all the time. What's it called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Millennials, like millennials.
Yeah.
Like the whole millennial generation, which to me involves old people too, because even they're brainwashed at this point. But how do I explain it? It's so trippy because we just see things different. Like that's why when y'all come in my chat and you're like, "Oh, Michael hacking sucks and don't trust him," I don't give a fuck. I'm getting to know him. I don't judge people off of fucking trolls. I don't care what you all have to say. Y'all ain't never good news me. You only slandered my name a million times. You tried to lock me up a million times. What have you done for me? Besides try to cause me trouble and make up bullshit on my fucking name and try to set me up and make me look some type of fucking way that I'm not and fail every time because I'm smarter than you. But, my point is, like, me and him get along real well because we see eye to eye on a lot of shit. Because we have a different perspective, and that's what I'm saying. Like the way that generation now, the way they can walk into a sneaker store, they don't get. I walk into sneaker stores way different, and this is the difference between my generation and you all's generation. Is you all will look at me like I'm whack, because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I go into a sneaker store, I never walk out with a pair of sneakers. I don't, because for the sneakers that you all buy, I'd rather buy a stock. You know what I mean? because
100%.
I understand the concept that your generation doesn't, which is that when I invest money into a stock, I can come back later and buy 6 pairs of this of whatever sneaker I want instead of walking out that day with one sneaker. Does that make sense, Michael?
Makes perfect sense.
So that's my thing is like I think like that. Like I'd rather like this was hard for me to do. It was hard for me to even do this investment. That's why I was so down on myself yesterday. I mean, I was depressed. So, like I thought like I put all the because I mean that's a lot of money to me right now. It's still, I mean, there's been times that grant ain't a lot of money, but I look at it now. Even if I had a ton of money, I'd still look at it like I'd still be frugal and look at it like, hey, that's a big purchase.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because I want to be like I'm not young anymore, like that young. I'm 33. Like I'm more realistic now. I can see things better. So yeah, like that's a pretty big investment, and I was just pissed because I'm like, God damn, all that just down the drain, like in like a few days, and I'm on YouTube showing this, and I mean everything can break, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's pretty durable. I think it's perfect for what I got it for, and like I said, the next goal is to see what the next adventure is, which I'm listening to tarot readings all the time, and now they're saying they're always right, and they're saying I have wealth coming in like a few weeks. So I mean, some kind of new opportunities probably coming for me. I don't know. We'll see. I don't ever rush it. I don't force it. I let things happen in divine timing. The point is that but that's the thing with me. I kind of go along like a chain, and I go where life takes me. I don't just sit there. And it's so crazy that people on the internet will act like I'm on a high horse. I've been the most humble motherfucker in existence. I had enough money, and these people never want to talk about that. I had enough money, and it was all invested in stocks already. I had the option to hit a button that just said yes to reinvest my dividends. I could have had limitless money for the rest of my life. I was at a point where I was in the valley, living off of dividends. So living like you hear what I'm saying, right, Michael?
1,000%.
Like
I
I was
totally get it.
living, I was living
Yeah.
like yeah, right. Like I want him to hear what I'm saying. Like in other words, the money that was being crapped, like my money was having little diarrhea shits, like, and that money that was being crapped is what I was living on, and I was living better than all of you on YouTube by a long shot.
Absolutely.
I was living like top notch, like everything I wanted, and I'm talking off the money. My own money was crapping, and I was living like a king. So my deal is, what people don't get about me is I had the choice. I could have just hit that button. I took care of kids that weren't mine. I fucking had to go through hell. I had people put me through hell. I just got done dealing with all that hell. Like, I'm a good person, you know what I mean? I gave to everyone. I paid grown men's bills that I barely knew. I did nothing but give money to everyone. You know what I mean? I paid other people's fucking taxes. I paid everything. So, and I don't even talk about it really. I was picking up dudes off the street who were homeless and giving them a hotel room for the day and giving them actual fucking food and clothing,
Right.
and never talk about it. So, my deal is like I'm more about living life. I realize my happiness, and I think happiness period comes more from action than just having money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like that's why a lot of these people don't get it because they I don't know what that I mean that's what's so weird to me. It's like it's basically with people online. It's like no matter what I do, I'm going to be the bad guy. Because they're narcissistic or whatever. So no matter what I say or do, I'm going to be told some snide remark and some fuck shit, and I'm going to be looked at in some light that I'm not. And that's what I'm saying. When they act like I'm on a high horse, I had every option to be on the high horse at that point. Now I wanted to be respected, and I fought for my respect. And people know me. People remember my past. My past was gangsta as hell. People know how I used to be. And my whole thing is I wanted to keep becoming a better person. It wasn't that I wasn't a good person. It was just that I was learning like you're supposed to. And I didn't understand things. And now I feel that I have more understanding because of time and age and learning and listening. And I think that that's the main thing, you know what I mean? Because, I used to be a scary fucking dude. Like, for real. So, like, I still am, but, like, I used to really be fucking, something dangerous. So, I'm just saying, like, I think that me and a lot of people in general, online and offline, have different goals. You know,
I think it's natural what you're talking about.
yeah, it is.
You know,
And I
like
just
we
think
have
with
a
me,
lot
it's
of
been
aggression.
a little extreme. Cause yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I think that now you're starting to turn the arc, and you're looking more at long-term funds, long-term investments,
Did you
long-term
say
plays.
turn the arc?
Yeah, you're starting to your arc, your life arc is starting
Right.
to, you know what I mean? You're reaching a different level. It doesn't change who you are. It's just a
Right.
different. You know, you use different skills, different knowledge. You're different than you were 10 years ago,
Oh, by far, yeah.
right? So you different moves. You make bigger moves. You make longer plays. You see things differently. You don't look at things
yeah,
on
I
a
mean-
micro level.
Wait, say it again.
You don't look at things on a micro level.
Right.
You just look back and you see things on a bigger level, a big curve.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm losing friends for it too. You know what I mean? And I realize that's part of the process, and it's all right. You know, I mean, even though it hurts. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still hurts. You know, to go through, but like, I mean, it's kind of part of it. Like, I got a dude right now. He's a black friend of mine, and he just, I think he's just envious. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he always got some weird shit to say. He'll be coming weird. It's like he's overcompensating. We've always been cool. Like he says he looks at me as family, but I'm at the point, like, I literally just, like, blocked his number because, like, I just can't take it anymore. Like, you know, I'm trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to be cool. And it's like he can't what I've noticed with people, this is why people irritate me. They cannot deal with me making it, and whenever you're ahead of them, it becomes a problem. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Because
And it's not like in my eyes, I haven't even fucking made it yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I give myself some credit. I've made it in some respect, but I'm just barely starting. You know, I don't think that I made it. I believe that I have all the tools and I can, and I know I'm not going to do it off the back of fucking Freemasonry or you know, this fake rap record deal shit like the rest of these ass clowns want to pretend, because that's not even possible if you study the mathematics of how it really is and the reality. But you know, you understand what I'm saying with that, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, I know where I'm trying to go, and where I'm trying to go is so fucking far up here. These YouTubers, they couldn't even fathom it.
no, and that's part of the problem. Maybe people that are close to you, they see how huge you are just right now, and they can't even fathom that, and you're like barely, and you're looking at yourself like, I'm barely scratching the surface.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
right.
to them, I think it's intimidation. I think people get you know, lack of confidence, and they get weird. I mean, that's the course of life. I'm 56, dude, and I have like a really tight group of friends. I mean, I have guys I can call. I need like 100 G's, but it's like done. I can get it like right overnight. But it took me 35 years to get like these 5'8" guys that I can count on.
Right.
You know, and so and look, I've had friends for 20 years who just all of a sudden ducked out, pulled the ripcord and ducked out for no reason. And so I just
What do you mean? What do you mean they ducked out?
like they just all of a sudden they just decided that they didn't for political reasons, or which I don't even take a side. But they come up with some
See, that's what I don't
news
understand. Why would anyone, like, that's the thing I've noticed with people. I've been going through that for the past like 20 years. Like, you can't even talk about shit with these people. Like, if there's one thing that comes up that's a point of contention, meaning there's any sense of tension in the air over it, like, oh, you disagreed, they want to fight tooth and nail over it.
Yeah, they want
And
you
it's
to
like,
hate.
bro, you're supposed to have your views, I'm supposed to have mine, and we're supposed to be cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, my thing was a couple guys that were like environmental lawyers, and they wanted me to hate Trump openly. And I said, I don't want to hate anybody.
Right.
That's not an emotion
That's not
that
your
I'm going
goal,
to
right.
subscribe to. It's a waste of energy.
Right.
And why would I hate him if he's as bad as you think he is? Why would I waste my hatred on him?
Right.
You know, I don't profess to say that he's right, wrong, or indifferent. But you're telling me if I don't say I hate him, then you can't be around me anymore? Listen, everything I've done up to this point, I've given my heart and soul, and I've done honestly. So I've lost nothing. If you feel you can't be around me now, I feel bad for you, because you must have been hiding some kind of feeling for all these years.
Thank you,
you know
Garrett.
what?
I'm not interrupting you. Sorry, I'm just
No,
saying
it's okay.
thank you. Good night, Garrett. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, come on anytime, Garrett. Go ahead. Sorry.
So I was just saying, like don't even think about me twice, because I gave whatever I gave you, I gave wholeheartedly, and I gave honestly. So if I made you laugh, if I made you feel like I was loyal to you, if I came through for you, if I helped you, I did it because I wanted to. I didn't waste a second of my time doing that. I wanted to do it. But you obviously, to be able to like flip this over after 25 years, like since college, since like everything, all these things, right? All these things you've been through, multiple family trips, reunions, all these things you went through, and you're gonna just drop me over a politician that you can't stand?
Right.
Then you obviously are hiding another emotion or something towards me, and I feel bad for you. You have to live. You have to live this facade. You have to live a fantasy your whole life. For 25 years, you let it hide that you had an issue with me about something. That's how I think.
No, you're 100% correct, because like I talked to Jennifer about all this shit, you know, and my thing is like whatever I talk to anyone about is our business. That doesn't involve these other fucking weirdos, you know, so they need to quit that bullshit. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so my thing is like I talked to her about this, and she was even noticing, she's like, she'll see what I'm talking about. Like it makes perfect sense. Like the dude, I don't, and like I can see through people like glass now. So it's not the same as it was back in the day when like I was young, and I never got the words that they say, like these like pressed and shit. Like that's them. I'm not a narcissist. I don't get pressed. I don't get, you know, all those words. I just get pissed off. And, you know, like my thing that I'm trying to teach people is me getting pissed off is never a loss for me. You know, I don't understand why people think like that on here. Like, to be afraid to get angry, how are you going to have success as a male? To me, my anger has played a major part in everything that I've done, and in being successful in anything. I mean, I had people coaching me how to do 52 blocks in Dallas, Texas, in the fucking shelter, Big Trouble from Chicago, and he was telling me, get angry. Like, you know, I mean, we come from different cloths. Like, you know, like my anger is everything. I mean, that's something I need for the fighting. I need it from drive, ambition, everything that I'm doing. Like, if I don't get mad, I'm not going to accomplish a fucking thing.
Listen, Dr. Jordan Peterson says this. He says, be a savage. Be an absolute savage. Learn how to control it, and then you're the fucking top. It's learning how to control that savage inside you. But if you don't have the ability to bite off someone's head, you can't protect yourself, right? If you're not a big enough shark to have people fear you, you're always looking in the rear view, right? Listen, two things in my life: I never look in the rear view,
right?
And my card always works.
What is the last part?
My card always works.
Right. And so I can point something out to y'all, like, how do I explain it? Like, that's the thing that I don't, like, I'm glad that you understand where I'm coming from, because I just don't understand it. Like
you're on the sandbar.
What
They
is
got a
it?
little, they have a little net around them, and they're on the sandbar, and they're protected from all the deep water animals. You know what I mean? The sharks, the real
Yeah, that
apex
makes
predators.
that's a good way. Yeah, that's a great
And all
way
of a
of putting
sudden,
it.
one of them floats over the net, and he thinks he's still got the net, and he's like, "You're nothing. You're nothing." And you're like, "Yeah, but I'm looking at the bottom of your feet now."
I'm looking at the bottom of your feet now.
Right. I
You
think
know?
that's a great way of putting it, honestly.
Yeah, they can say anything they want once the tide comes in. Let's
I
see
mean-
let's see who's going to swim with us.
Say anything they want. Once the tide comes in, let's see who's going to swim with us.
That's a great way of putting it, because I mean, I guess I would be one of the real sharks,
Yeah.
and you as well.
Yeah.
And they
Like,
would
I'm
be
not-
like
why I
the-
ain't fuck with
I
you.
guess the sharks
I'm a great
hiding
white
in the
shark.
coral.
I didn't fuck with you. I'm a great white shark.
Right.
Right? I don't. Whatever
And
you
they're
do
like they're like
I-
benefits me.
Whatever
Yeah.
you do benefits me.
You kill a whale, we can
Right.
both
You
feast.
kill a whale,
But little baby
both
sharks
feast.
ain't going to get in there.
Or little baby sharks
We'll
ain't going
just
to get in there.
slap them away with our
We'll
tail.
just
And I think
slap
that
them away
the
with our
attention
tail.
they
And I
don't
think
get.
The attention they don't
Why?
get.
Why am I going to chase a little thrasher
why am I gonna
shark
chase
or a little lemon
thrasher
shark?
or a little lemon shark?
Waste my energy?
It's like Conor
Waste my
McGregor.
energy.
Conor McGregor even said, he said, "I don't eat with people who I wouldn't starve with."
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. You know,
that's true.
a
I'm big
tiger
on that.
shark.
I'm big on
tiger
that
shark.
now.
A tiger shark.
Tiger
his
shark.
favorite meal is a sea
Is
turtle.
a sea
Now,
turtle. Now,
Think about how
think
hard
about
it is
how
to
hard
crack
it is to
open a
crack
fucking
open
sea
Right.
turtle for a shark, right?
right?
Especially, a
Especially,
tiger shark
tiger
burns
shark
tons
burns
of energy
tons of
every
energy
time he
every
thrashes
time he
around
thrashes around.
because there's so
Because
much
there's so much
protein in the
protein
fins and the outer blubber of a sea turtle.
turtle.
He doesn't have
He
to
doesn't
eat
have
for
to eat
3
for
weeks
3
after
weeks
having
after
one of
having
those.
one.
Holy shit!
Just that one tiny sea turtle.
That's a
Now,
long time. That's a lot
So-
of nutrition.
a tiger shark needs a fucking tuna, right?
right?
But
They're
all you have
doing
to do
this.
is pick
They're
off-
doing this. Do you see this number shit? I'm not trying to, but you see how it says I got 114. They're doing this now regularly to me, where they're showing me that the Freemasons control YouTube, because do you see it right now? It says I have 114 people watching,
Yeah.
and there could very well be, but they've been lying about it every fucking day, saying there's less. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, please. This is a
This
rigged
is a
game
rigged
here.
game
You know
here.
that.
It's all bullshit. And
Total
then,
rigged
like,
game.
Rigged.
You got
They
50,000
take a
hours, but
percentage.
only 10
but only
pounds.
10 pounds.
Right.
Ten
They take a
qualifiers.
percentage out of this, they take a percentage out of that, then they take a percentage out your fucking earnings, and then they take a percentage out your balls. They got to take a percentage out of everything. And that's the thing, is that's what people don't get about me, is why I'm ahead of the curve, because all these things that you people act like are new, I learned 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, because I went through it so early that I learned. I didn't just go through it and forget. I went through it and said, I'm never going to go through this again. I've been through the whole thing. I sat down with Coast to Coast Mixtapes and paid to have studio time in Miami with them, and had them sit me down and literally take my own hand and fuck myself over with my own hand and sign my fucking royalties away. Oh, mind you, that I really didn't fuck myself over, because I think that was the only way with the package that you could do it. I think you just had to sign your rights away.
Of course
you did.
Right, but which is smart of them, and it's a smart little manipulating bitch business move. But I'm just saying I didn't really fuck myself over, because there was no choice to keep the royalties anyway. But I'm just saying I went through that, and that was enough, even though it was like a simulation of getting fucked over by the industry. It was enough to teach me that I'll never forget it, and I'm glad it happened, because it taught me how this shit works. People don't know, I sat down and signed a contract with someone named Miss Dalla. Miss Dalla was one of Lil Wayne's agents. I've signed a contract, an actual music contract. I have a single out on Coast to Coast Mixtapes. It's like volume 152 or 54, hosted by Idris Elba. I'm on the fucking mixtape.
Oh, really?
They're the most downloaded mixtapes in the world. I don't really like the song that I did on there. I think it's trash, personally, but some people probably would like it. It's called Streets Bring It Out of You. But that again goes to show that I was street oriented even at that time, and still at that time I was still had my head on my shoulders right, and was very intelligent and learning so much, So
I'm just saying, yeah, she worked with Lil Wayne and shit, and it don't mean nothing. It don't mean that they got money, and that was what I was gonna say earlier. Like when you say you have money, or like, hey, I can get 100,000 wired to me. I mean, I just can't understand other people who would hate on someone for anything for doing well, and then on top of that, it's hard to impress me, and that's the thing. I don't understand envy. I don't understand why someone would be envious of someone else because of whatever they have. Like whatever they have is whatever they have. To me, it's not about what you have so much as what you can materialize, and what you can keep in fluid motion. Does that make any sense?
Well, since the age of time, it's always been, it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
That's a kind of a good way of explaining it. With me, I've just always looked at like hustle as what you keep in rotation, like in fluid movement. Does that make any sense?
It makes 1,000% sense. It's what you know you can produce any day of the week, any week of the month, any month of the year. Right? So that's why you don't worry about it, because it's you making 1,500 or 15,000 in a week is nothing. You can make either one. It's done the year before, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't surprise you. So it's just a question of the urgency and the need, and you go do it. So I think I was relating my analogy more to like the friendships that I have. I don't think a lot of people just will send money like that, whatever. But I probably sounded obnoxious. But yeah,
No,
you're right.
Like not to me at all. I'm trying to remember what I was saying. That's what I meant when I was talking about like the billions in equity. Like a lot of these people that want to convince themselves that I'm lying about that. I can walk into my billions in equity anytime I want, but again, you all are looking at it in finite circumstances. In other words, you're looking at it as like that's what they love. They love to talk shit to me. You know that, so they'll be like, "Well, you don't own this, or it's not in your name." It doesn't have to be in my name. If I'm able to enjoy something completely like it's mine, and it's worth billions of dollars, would you not take that? And isn't that not a better alternative than to something?
Same thing to me.
Say it again.
They do the same thing to me. One of the trolls on me was they looked up one of my studio addresses. Now I came back from Florida, buttoned up a house down there, took over a house from my mother-in-law who had a stroke. Right?
Yeah, sorry.
I'd say it is what it is. That's what family does, right? So it was my studio. It wasn't my house. It wasn't my mausoleum. It wasn't my one and only, like, my grandiose house. It was just a house. But they're all making fun of me and everything like that, and thinking that the condition of the Google Maps picture from 6 years or a year ago is relevant to anything. And I said, well, what do I owe him? What does my mother-in-law owe in the house? What's it worth? It could be worth $1 million. Right? And if she owes 900,000 and I sell it for $1 million, that's 100,000 I make, right?
Right.
But in fact, she owed nothing. And I sold it for 178.
Right.
So I mean, in all honesty, like, is that not a decent chunk of money?
That's very decent.
Right? So I paid for a house in Vernon, New York, on land that was reclaimed from Indians, and then the government didn't want it, so it has set annual real estate taxes that are dirt cheap.
Right.
It's across from the Adirondack mountain range, and I bought it for under 50 G's.
Mm-hmm.
So I got no mortgage.
That's
real estate taxes are set. I just, I have to like look at this part of my life. Like I want to have this few bills laid out, and just have as much income and revenue as I can, and that way I can save it. So I don't care. They make fun of me because I do Amazon reviews. I do Amazon reviews because they give me all the free shit. I get $800 towel warmer wraps. I get fucking TVs. I get LCDs. I get iPads. Yeah, I got a like weird old pocketbook. So I had my wife
send me some links on that. I want to get into that.
But I can get you hooked up with Amazon Associates immediately.
Yeah,
And let me tell you
I'll do
something
that.
you get listed, and the resellers over in China, they look you up. I'm telling you, I got hooked into that. So within a year, I was getting 30 requests a week for stuff.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
were
still get hit up.
cracking. You were cracking into like the Amazon Marketplace, like the algorithm of
Right,
selling,
because
basically. Yeah.
because what
Which
I would do is
isn't
I
that
would
easy to do.
no, but I would review stuff for resellers, and obviously they all want a great review. So I would do a great review, totally legit, based totally on the cost, price, quality. You're going to get a $10 iPhone case versus a $50 one. $30 earbuds versus 300. How can I not say that the $30 ones are 4.5 stars versus $300 pair? Yeah, versus $300 pair, they're crappy. But that's not the point. The point is to say, if you only have $30, these are capacitated touch. They have different earbud sizes. They're comfortable. They don't fall out. Every review I've done is 4 to 5 stars. And Amazon has never given me a hard time in 10 years. And now on the live review, I can go live on Amazon TV for them. So make fun of me all you want, but I mean, all that shit gives me a commission, and it gives me a resale. They pay for a channel for you to have on Amazon. I can for all my friends and family do, and for anything they want to buy. And I also give away memberships for 6 months for free. And I get to keep all the stuff they send me: the cameras, the tripods, everything, the sweatshirts,
That's the best part.
I mean, the stuff I don't use, I throw on Craigslist. It sells in fucking 3 minutes.
Right.
Listen, I've never looked at anything as below me as far as what I want from money. You know what I mean? If it can earn, or if it can make me money, or if it can benefit, I can give it away as a gift to somebody.
Right.
Then I enrich their lives. What do I care? Here I am.
That was the other thing I was gonna bring up too. That's even weirder when they started attacking me like that. I never understood it because it was like everything that's come to me, I deserved it. And it was all good things, like blessings.
They're three-limbed hunchbacks.
Yeah. I mean, people in my real life even too, like from the past, it just tripped me out because it's like, so every one of y'all was doing jack shit. You had all this time to stack money. Me, I was in and out of fucking jail. I was in Atlanta in the hood. I was fucking, going through all this crazy shit, having beef with dudes in the street and fucking literally fighting every day, just trying to survive. And I get blessed and y'all mad about it? That's the shit that tripped me out. Because I was like, I didn't expect to get blessed. It just happened. And then after that, it's been like, I've been up and down, and I've had, fucking bad periods of time, even just recently, in my opinion. But, I can't say that recent. It's been pretty chill lately. But, it's still horrible. I mean, the shit that I've been going through is fucking horrible. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's just the concept that, like, I've struggled my whole life. Like, that's my point to people. Like, when I talk the way I talk, that's what I'm kind of saying is, I've never cared about money. These people care, but yet money comes to me and it don't come to them. That should tell you something. That, like, whatever you're putting out, you get back. And, the meat shall inherit the earth type concept, and the last will be the first. Go ahead.
I said they don't get it. They don't. I get your frustration, but you can only pound so much knowledge into a rock.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, my thing is like, how do I put it? Before I forget too, I was going to ask you, do you know? Because this is the next thing I'm doing. What I want to do right now is I want to build, like, and see, I'm not these people who have like pipe dreams. Like, I understand how to actually build a business. Like, I don't know if it runs in my blood, because I definitely can't reference my aunt. She drew Hewlett Packard into the fucking mud. She's not a businesswoman by any fucking means, and anyone who says so is a fucking idiot that doesn't know the facts. That's number one. Now, you know who my aunt is, right?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So we don't need to say her name, but yeah, I mean, I'm saying, what I want to do with a business prototype, like I don't expect like all this money to come in and sponsors. It could, but what I want to do is a scooter store. What do you think about that?
Anything that's hot and sells, good investment. Those things are flying off.
Would you know how to get me, like, what I don't understand, like, what is the Nutword dude doing? I don't know. Do you know who Nutword TV is? Because I make fun of him a lot.
No.
He's like a narcissist. He's an older man. He's a narcissist. He's out of his mind, but he also has some intellect. Like he's got some brilliance up there in the noggin, but it's jaded with like the narcissistic shit to where he tries to sound smarter than he is. I'm just saying some of the things that he brings up, he doesn't seem to have the spine or the perseverance to stick with them and do them, but I do. And he said something about that he was like that the Chinese would ship shipments to him. Would you know how to give me the advice to get into that to where they could ship me the scooters?
Yep.
But not this trash he's working on. I don't want little tricycles you got to put together that are pieces of shit. I'm talking about shit like this and better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like there's
all
companies that'll do that, right?
Absolutely.
Well, I would need to probably fix my credit first. I need to figure out a way to just get some kind of credit card, because I can make the payments, but I need them to give me a chance. How do you do that? Do I use like
what you do is you set up a business, which is super easy to do, and then you work off your Dun & Bradstreet rating instead of a credit rating. You buy the franchise, which is you can probably do with a small down payment and then monthly payments. Because trust me when I tell you, right now, China is over flooded with production. Like they'll send anything. Like it's crazy. And
that's the other thing. Before you continue, I saw that already that you can start buying franchises. That's the new thing they're offering. Huddle House, you can actually fucking invest and start owning one, and you can own a franchise. And there must be a reason they're doing that. Is it going down the tubes or what? Because to sell part of a franchise would mean to me that the franchise owner or something what happens, I notice, is whoever creates it, let's say you were the franchise owner of McDonald's, they take that shit right from you and they just turn it into a corporation. It no longer becomes your franchise. It's just a franchise that's going to feed America, human meat, which is what I heard is in it.
The reason is that China wants to saturate the American market. It's as simple as that. So
what do you mean by saturate? Like stimulate with their shit?
Here's the big controversy. Over the last 10 years, China has stolen a lot of our intellectual property. So like Apple sends the iPhone out there to be assembled, right? And then Huawei comes in, duplicates the exact thing an iPhone is, and they sell it for less money. And we scream into the Chinese courts, and they say, no, fair use, fair game.
Right.
But that's over there. They can't sell their products over here. We don't want their intellectual property. But they do create some really great, inexpensive things.
Oh, they're amazing.
A lot of people don't realize.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why they're willing. Because no real person, the government, the state of China, the CCP, they really own the franchise, like the businesses and the money. That's all they care about. They don't care about the property. They don't care about the design.
Oh, I know, American stuff. Yeah.
Right. So flood us with stuff. They don't care. They just want to get it over here so that it puts more American dollars into their economy. Because
here, I'm right here listening. I'm just going to check my scooter battery real quick. Keep going.
So the euro versus the yen, the dollar versus the yen is so lopsided that they just want to get more American dollars to solidify their own economy.
Right.
So basically, they're willing to sell franchises not because they're not worth it, but because they're struggling to hold their economy together. I mean, the war in Ukraine is about the economy in Russia.
You're talking about China, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying
But I
to
was just
follow.
saying, like with Russia, like they basically took all the money out of their economy and put it into the war, so they want the war to keep going. They don't want it to end.
Right.
Because then
Of course
everyone's going to
not,
want to know where
'cause
their money is. And they
It's all the money
come
maker,
back.
yeah.
Right.
The war-
all
the
the
war
soldiers
has been-
receiving their paychecks and stuff like that. They can't go to a bank and check it. They're just out in the field getting a sandwich and a Coke every day, and that's it. But when
Then
they
they
come
wonder
home,
why everyone in this country is so fucking narcissistic when look at them. They can't even make money off anything but fucking war.
I know. It is. It's crazy, and it's just so insane.
You know that truth, that little coinky-dink small truth that you know that Bush is all the Bushes were Aleister Crowley's children, right? Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
That says it all right there, and nobody
I know.
knows what you're talking about if you bring it up. Meaning, Aleister Crowley, for all you people, was the most wickedest man in history, they claim, which I think is giving him too much credit. But point is, his wife was possessed with a demon, they said. He's the guy who was doing this covering one eye shit, had the pyramids, all that. He was conjuring spirits. It's what has to do with black magic, witchcraft, the shit they do on me all fucking day that doesn't work. I mean, it's not that it's not real. People say, like, oh, it's not real. No, it's fucking real. It's just that when you're divinely protected, you know, there's that balance and these forces collide, and you know, like I believe in being righteous, period. It's not about winning. I think that's why you win, because you're not trying to.
Right.
My thing is, the wife got possessed, and she basically, like they explained in the way they described it, is basically she like opened her mouth like this, like, and it started channeling shit out. And he wrote a whole fucking book straight from the devil himself, and the book says in it, one of the three, I think I've actually looked at the book when I was younger. They took all this shit away. I've seen manuals on MK Ultra, how to create a monarch mind control slave. Have you ever heard of these things?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the actual manuals when I was younger. They used to have them on PDF file on the fucking internet. You could download them, and the only reason I was looking, of course, was not because I want to do it, but because I wanted to understand. Like I've studied Illuminati for decades. I wanted to know everything about what my enemy did, because in order to go to war and defeat your enemy, you have to study your enemy. That's what I was taught. I taught him to myself, but that's the people I look up to, like William Dill Cooper. You know who that is, right?
Of course.
Yeah, he's my hero, basically, other than my dad. My dad would be my first hero. He's my second, but he reminds me of my dad a lot. Even dresses the same way, wore the same shirts, talks the same way. He's a macho son of a bitch, I'll say that much. But yeah, he's what got me started doing radio, period. And I had already been studying Illuminati since I was a fucking teenager. And then that's how I started doing what I do here. But remind me where I was at again. What was I talking about?
You were talking about the Bushes.
Yeah, I'm just saying. In the book, there was three like sentences. It said, "Teach man to speak backwards, think backwards, and walk backwards." And this is what I understand and piece together. And I've been studying this for years, and nobody wants to listen to what I've been saying. And it's all relevant. It's been relevant the past decade and longer. If you look at Michael Jackson, which way did he walk when he did the moonwalk?
Backwards.
So what did I just say, right? I said the devil himself channeled a book through Aleister Crowley's wife, who was known as the wickedest man who's ever been on the face of this earth, meaning the devil himself. Said, teach man to speak backwards, think backwards, walk backwards. So that's what Mike was being programmed to do. So then it changes your perspective, because you start understanding the paradigm you're in and what's going on. That's the thing with me. It's kind of like what you said. Like, I don't look at things so much about money. Money's just a tool. Money is fun to me. I like money because it's like playing Monopoly. But it's my purpose has nothing to do with money. If anything, money is the fucking enemy of me. Because I'm like fucking like angelic. It's just the opposite of my being and what I am. my purpose is to do good and change people's vibration, the vibration they're on. But my point is just that, like, once you realize that the demonic realm is real, meaning the spiritual realm, and that the spiritual realm is what's calling the shots for fucking damn near everything, it changes everything for you. And that's what people don't get. Like, when I'm speaking what I'm saying, like when y'all be taking my phrases and you're making videos quoting me, like trying to condescend me or talk condescendingly or mimic or mock me, it's funny because the reason that I speak like that, do you get what I'm saying? They don't understand why I talk like that. I talk like that, just like the title of this show. When I say I run every sector on this network, you all work for me. They take it probably like a normal person would take it. They probably know what I'm doing at this point, but a normal person might see it and be like, oh, he's angry or something, or he's upset, or he's nuts, he's whatever. No, like, I'm speaking in an fruition because the minute I say it, it's going to come true. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. So, and it's already partially true because I just hit my head, but it's already partially true because, I mean, in a way, shape, and form, I do. It's not like I think that I run the whole fucking YouTube network, but I would like to. I mean, quite honestly, I mean, why not? I mean, it's a great hustle. It's fun. I enjoy doing it, and I want it to be a business. And I mean, you can't tell me, nobody's going to convince me at this point. Like, when you got people like Mike Saha talking about stealing my actual phrase, like, no one ever said that phrase but me. I said this way years ago, like, long time ago. I said, I'm like Neo in the Matrix. And I remember everything I've ever said, so people can't get by me when they're stealing my phrases. And I never stole any of these things. These were my original words. And I was a nobody. So to steal them is such a slap in the face, because it's like I was a nobody when I said these things, but now y'all want to hop on my shit and try to steal what's mine, and that's all they do. And it's like, you can't steal what's mine because you won't have the essence of me in it. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
And that's my whole point, is like the Neo and the Matrix concept, like that's a real fucking thing, bro. Like, these people don't understand that's a real thing, because to me, in a lot of ways, this is a matrix. And if you can learn how to manipulate this matrix, they want to be God. I don't want to be God. And the word God means a code for what you fear to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. But to them, whatever God is in their eyes, I don't want to be God. I just know what I'm doing. Like, it's not about wanting power. I really don't. It just comes to me. It's just knowledge. And what they don't understand is I take knowledge over money any day. That's why I always explain to them, like, they try to talk down to me, like, oh, where you're at now. Like right now, they'd probably be like, well, you're on that little mattress, and you're a peasant, and it's like, well, yeah, I mean, a peasant that's really wealthy and owns a lot of shit that you don't even know about, but that's besides the point. That's irrelevant, because that's not what makes me rich in my eyes. The knowledge makes me rich. And that's why I've spent and made so much money, and I learned a lot of knowledge off of the spending of the money. Not so much the making of the money, but more in the spending of the fucking money. And in the investing, I've learned so much about investing that's what's helped me create this little, what I believe to be a money machine. And I mean, what do you think about that? I'm sure you're witnessing small pieces of that. I mean, it made me $300 the other morning. I mean, back in the day, about a year ago, it made me like $1,000 in the morning, $1,500 just before breakfast. I mean, and this thing hasn't even done its thing at all yet. I mean, I'm just waiting. I've got over 50,000 shares of a stock that nobody knows about. I mean, it can end up being bigger than Amazon. What do you think about that?
I think you're right on money. I watch what you're doing.
So.
I see every day. I see it goes. You nip away at it, nip away at it, nip away at it, and.
Oh, you mean like you've caught some of the community posts where I kept buying shares? Yeah. I kind of quit recently. I actually sold some shares the other day, and then that's how I liquidated that money. But like I said, I mean, I want to let you finish. Go ahead, continue.
So you and I were talking Forex last time.
Yeah, I want to
And
get into that next. That's the next step. I do everything, and I'm not trying to rush anything. I'm doing it in steps. But go ahead.
that's the only way to make money.
To make money.
If you buy things and you invest on compulsion or urge or urgency, then it's a fool's errand. You may make 50,000, but you're going to lose it because of the way that you're behaving. If you make much more, like multiple moves, smaller, spread out increments, like we were talking about with the Forex, instead of worrying about the hundredth of a penny, spread it way out and straddle the money. Things like that. Those are concepts that people can't even think of. They want that 30-day skin that makes them 5, 10, 15 grand.
No, you're right. Yeah, because I get what you're saying. Me and you are gonna have to talk about that privately too, so I can learn it more. Because you're gonna have to just teach me that shit if you're down.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah, because I'll really look into it. Like, I'm gonna start reading about it more. Because I'm glad you reminded me to do that. Because that's the next thing that I need to quit wasting time and get into, because I think I could be really good at it, especially because I go off intuition, and intuition could definitely work with that.
I know you said you don't like Coinbase. But
I don't use Coinbase is all anymore, but go ahead.
But if you use Coinbase now, you can earn crypto by just taking their little quizzes. And the quizzes teach you about like a token versus the currency and different things like that. And you can make 30, 40, 50 bucks in like a week. And it's cryptocurrency that you get. And trust me when I tell you, you can take that money and you can flip it daily on tokens. Tokens are they're like a way to buy and sell cryptocurrency. So instead of having to actually do it like through the wallet, you can use tokens. And what happens is that around 4 a.m. every day, which is the Asian market where it starts, those tokens go way up in value because people buy because they need them during the day to buy and sell things. Then in the middle of the day, they go down to almost nothing, like 50 cents, a quarter, or something like that, and they're worthless. So, but they do that same cycle every day. So you can go in for 15 minutes and make 300, 400%. If you have the time to stay up and get it in the right time in the morning. You know, people chase those things.
I really need to sit down and have you like teach this to me when I can write and have a pen and paper and I can focus and be at a desk. Yeah, we'll do it. Maybe we could do it. Maybe we could do it tomorrow. Even I'll try to email you and see.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I can send you a free program for your computer, and it gives you the lifelong charts of the money. So you can literally look at like putting you onto a token. You can look and see what it did 24 hours a day for the last year. This isn't a live quotes. This is just a paper, right? Every day it updates.
Oh shit!
So it's not live like by the second changing. But every time you plug in and update it, you can look at this, spread it out across a month, a year, 2 years, the lifetime.
Yeah, like what I do, like you're saying, like what I do normally when I pick stocks. A lot of times I'll look at the charts and click, like a lot of apps have them now where they have the maps, and I'll just see, hey, how did it do the past year? You're talking like that, right? But more precise.
Especially that. Because over like the lifetime of the last year, you just draw a straight line and look at the mean. The mean is always going to be the same. It's going to be a straight line. It may go way up, it may go way down, but it's always going to come back to that center mean.
Right.
The U.S. dollar's been doing that for 1,000 years. You know what I mean? And that's the key to Forex is understanding it's never what the dollar is worth against something. It's always what the dollar is going to be worth in a mean, what it's always going to come back to. That's all you have to care about. So instead of comparing it to the euro, just look at the dollar value versus where the mean is, because it's always going to come back to the mean. So if it's close to the mean, then you're most likely going to do what's called like a pencil or they call it it'll right before it does a bull rush, it'll start pinning. It'll start pinning and tapping the ceiling. And that's when you know it's ready to jump up like another increment. So Forex is really easy to start like that. Really easy.
Yeah, I mean, I could listen to you talk about this shit all day long. Like, this is right up my alley.
Yep.
Because I just love stocks. Period. I'm trying to learn all of what you're talking about.
If you're really into it like that, Forex, crypto is so easy to make money on a daily basis, weekly basis, whatever, because nothing ever crashes. It doesn't just crash. It slowly goes way down. But
yeah, I mean, lately I was cutting off some profit off Bitcoin, but right now it's not crashing, but it's just being tanking a little and then being stagnant. So like I'm not able to do it right now, and it's frustrating. I was looking right now. What I was pulling up while you were talking is that I was looking at Bitcoin, and I'm looking at my money going down about $10 again. But
it'll come back. Though. Bitcoin always comes after 2 is a big play right now. Too.
What is it?
Ether 2. Ethereum.
Okay, yeah. I think I have a little bit in there, not much, but let me see.
Ethereum is a really strong one.
I have
Ethereum 2, same
just
thing.
like
It's going to be
not a whole lot, like 70-something bucks in it.
Yeah, I made 425 or 2,800. I think I made off of that before China banned it, and then it came way down. So I sold off, and then now I'm just waiting for it to pin up.
I think that's what I need to do, because it was easy when I was working, but now it's a little harder at the moment. But I mean, I think that's what I need to do, is just figure out how to get the income again the way I was, because I was getting it on another level. I mean, like in Austin, I honestly was probably making more than the average person walking around. I mean, I don't care what job you worked, and that's impressive to say, because my job was nothing special. It was hard. It was a lot of work. I was all by myself, but that's what I mean. Like, the knowledge helps get you ahead. Because if it wasn't for what I know, I'm telling you, my wage was $20 an hour. I was probably making realistically at least about $50 an hour. Seriously.
Yeah, people discount like what real work is.
Right. Yeah.
They all think you have to be an executive to make that kind of money. No, you don't. Master plumbers make a shitload.
You could be a smart hustler and somebody who knows what the fuck you're doing and how to talk to people like me. That's what I had going for me.
Right.
Most of it was
close
just
more
talking.
jobs.
I could literally talk people, into fucking whatever I needed, basically.
There you go.
That's what I've learned. That's why that's why I enjoy doing the radio shit on here. That's why, I mean, that's the biggest thing for me that I've learned, is like my gift of gab is a real thing. It's not a something to be taken lightly. It's a fucking $1 million mouthpiece. It's what landed me that job. That's the only reason I got it, because I opened my mouth and I asked.
1 in a million people can just start talking. And go and keep somebody captivated.
Yeah, I forget that though. I guess you forget when you learned it. You know what I mean?
Just let's look at all the YouTube videos. I mean, these people have scripts and they still sound like stuttering idiots.
Real shit.
Listen, I'm not going to call something it's not.
Right. No, yeah, I mean, that's true. I find it frustrating being on YouTube, period. But that's the thing, like, I'm trying to get away from that. I'm really wanting to start studying things a lot more. So, yeah, we'll definitely,
there's a whole different world above
YouTube. About the stocks. Say it again?
I said there's a different world above YouTube that operates at a whole different fucking pace.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to become more involved in and get. That's what I've been trying to get to the whole time, you know what I mean? And it's not just YouTube. I mean, even it's departments, it's cities, it's state. I mean, that was my thing, like I was making great money. It was fun. It was cool, but it's not
like, you know, I was having to deal with all their bullshit and their
You know how
little
much
pussy
college you
games.
pay? And just have somebody come and talk. You
That's
credentials.
another thing that I need to do. Yeah, maybe you can help me try to get into that because I'd be perfect for that. I
I've
really
lectured
want to
before.
do that.
Yep.
Say it again.
I've lectured before. 5,000 to 25,000 at school.
And you know, I'd do really well with that.
Of course.
Yeah, they'd probably love me, and I relate to them. So yeah,
It's way better when you have an audience that wants to absorb something. They want somebody to say that things can be accomplished. Want
Right.
somebody to say, look, you can do anything. It's crazy, but as if your mind is with it, you're with it.
right.
It's different when you got, say, 150 kids looking at you and just staring or writing as fast as they can write.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed the biggest thing is the human quality of shit.
Yeah.
So like if you have like a human audience, you know, not an audience that's looking at you like a animal they want to abuse or a fucking, because you know that happens all the time too, or someone they're gonna make fun of. But if they're looking at you like in a human aspect and like you said, yeah, trying to like actually soak up like a sponge what the fuck you're dropping and talking about, then yeah, it's a lot better experience.
And
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Right. And they need it. I mean, I somebody was telling me, I forget who it was. Maybe it might have been somebody in one of these shelters. Cause you know that I was in some shelters not too long ago, right? Did you know that?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Because I know you don't see it the way they do, where they're like, "Oh, you're a homeless bum," and I mean, what do you think about me having the balls and courage to walk right into those? Because I mean, they're about as dangerous as prisons, if not worse.
I've said this my whole life. Whether I slept in a 6,000 square foot house or 60 feet, I never slept better as long as my family, my wife, my kid, my life was doing good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the rest of it is all semantics. But the fact that you can hang in a 60 square foot versus 6,000 square foot and feel comfortable makes you the difference out in the real world.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed a lot of parts of it. Yeah, our breakfast was pretty fucking good. I'll tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
It was bomb. Like it would be hard for me to wake up. I was in a rut the whole time, man. It's hard to explain. I mean, because of the physical shit I'm going through still, but I don't know, just mentally too. I don't know how to explain it. It was just I was in a kind of a bad place.
Dude, I spent 60 days in the hospital last year. I totally get what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was just I was in a funk and it was hard to get out of, and I mean there wasn't much opportunity in that area, and it's really dangerous. So I mean, yeah, it was just it was hard, man. I mean, I was in Minneapolis, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know you've probably heard things about Minneapolis.
And I grew up in South Boston.
Okay.
Back when the Honda owned thing.
Did you see that clip I put up on my wall of those black kids kicking that Asian girl? Because that's ridiculous.
No, I didn't see that, but that's insane.
I think that's in Minneapolis, bro. It looks like exactly where I was waiting for, where you wait for the train, where it would freeze over. It's getting warmer now out there, but where it was totally frozen. I mean, I would watch girls literally crying because it was so fucking cold, and you know, and they you know, whatever they're struggling or whatever their fucking deal is, and yeah, I would have to wait in the fucking cold all the time every day and go back to the fucking shelter. It was a very hard time, man. It was just hard, and like I said, there wasn't a lot of opportunity, and I ended up figuring shit out a little and coming up, you know, and that was kind of the problem, was that I started coming up and they didn't want to see me come up, you know what I mean?
Because they can't figure out how.
Yeah, it's been the same issue every fucking time, and I mean, this was the actual like the people, like the staff. That was the staff in there. Like they were hating because I'm making more money than them.
You can put a lot of things in people, but cold, pure, bone-chilled cold. I don't care how much money you're making, what you're doing. You have to be a savage to survive that.
To survive what?
The cold.
Oh yeah, no,
Bitter
yeah.
cold.
And
I did that with
it.
photography.
Well, I went through it. The one winter I spent in Green Bay when I was going, through all the bullshit that's in the past now, and made me stronger in my opinion. And I mean, Green Bay was like Alaska. And then, but part of me loves it. Like, you know what I mean? Part of me enjoys it. And then I spent the next winter, I think this last one in Minneapolis, which was, I don't know which one is colder, but they're both horrible. They're both, and they're
it's like that
different
when your
kinds
hands
of
freeze
cold.
up and stuff.
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, both of them, but I think Minneapolis might be worse. I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know. Because I remember there was a night that I went out in Green Bay and I was in the freezing cold for a long fucking time. But I still could kind of pull it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm talking hours and shit. I was just sitting out there. But Minneapolis, I don't think you could do that. You know what I mean? It was below freezing a lot, and I just don't think it's even humanly possible. Like, I think I'm gonna say I think Minneapolis is actually colder, because
I can't do it.
yeah, I mean, I was walking through the city. There was a guy who handed me gloves. Like, he was like, I just don't like seeing people without gloves out here. When I first got there, and I was asking where shit was, and and mind you, I just came to a fucking city that's basically below freezing, not knowing anyone. I had to maneuver the whole shit. Like, it'd be crazy how my way gets paid for me, because I'm telling you, I came off that fucking bus, I went outside, I said, fuck this. I said, I already know this is going to be hard, but like, nothing stopped me. I got right out on the street. I just started walking. I walked in a circle first. Then I started looking at the sign, because I'd never been there. I didn't know shit about it. And I said, I might not even make it out here. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to try. And I found the bus. I took a bus just randomly one direction. And then I see this guy at a bus stop. And I started talking to him and asking him fucking questions, and then he like pointed me to the Skyway. I went in the one, what was it called? The government plaza. It's like the main building, and then he showed me like how this shit was a little. I didn't understand it the way I do now, but like the whole shit just kind of put it together. And then I asked him like, hey, where is this shelter? Where's all these things? Because I needed to like. I just think that's a pretty useful skill, like kind of what you're saying with the cold, to be able to just go to a city you've never been and learn that's what I know. I've always done that. Like in Green Bay, for me, even Jennifer knows, it was Oneida Street. Like, I have to have a street that's like my, what do they call it? Like your base point?
Yeah, like a navigation point.
Yeah, so I always get that one street in Austin. It's kind of like, Guadalupe Street and 6th Street. People have heard me being over there a lot. Those are like my points of. They have another way of saying it, don't they? Isn't it like
points of reference?
Yeah, point of reference. So that's kind of what I do when I get somewhere. And in Minneapolis, I'm trying to remember which one. I can't say I had a point of reference as a street so much, but I guess it was more the skyways, like the towers, and then like figuring out just where a couple of buildings were, and that was kind of the main thing, and then where the shelters were and all that. But and then of course the Greyhound bus station, which is usually a pretty good fucking point of reference. I noticed in most of these cities, it's pretty useful, man. People don't give Greyhound enough credit.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, because it does a lot for me sometimes, honestly. But yeah, I just went up there, didn't fucking know a soul, and I mean, I don't know. It wasn't easy, I'll tell you that much. But and I witnessed some pretty crazy shit. And I met Glenn Serio. Do you know who that is?
I do.
You actually know him?
I'll sweep the leg.
Right. Do you know? But like, you don't. Have you met him?
No, never.
Oh, see, I actually met him. Isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so weird the people you might meet. He was in there with me. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He never opened his mouth about it, but we were in the same shelter. Yeah. He. I mean, do you like him or no?
He's not my cup of tea, but I don't got no shit.
Same here, right? Like, I don't have anything against him. I try to be supportive, but I will say I liked him. I tried to be his friend. He was a friend to me. Like, he'd give me fucking snacks and shit. Like, me and him were chilling. We were cool, and we would have fun hanging out with each other. I had another friend as well. The only issue I had is that he smelled like dog shit. I mean, this dude fucking, he wouldn't shower, bro.
Yeah, no.
He wouldn't. I don't is he narcissistic or is he just mental or what?
I think he's oblivious.
I don't know what the deal is with that. Like, I don't know if it's that he can't get out of his clothes, or
I think he's a big guy.
He's a big boy, man. Yeah. He's
I think he's just a big guy. I think it's a big task to shower.
That's what it seems like, yeah, because he kind of wear like the same red shirt and jeans, and his belly would be hanging out. But I thought he was a cool dude. He was always nice to me. I never really had an issue, man. He was fun to hang out with. You saw those videos I have out with him, right?
Yeah.
Where I'm just fucking with him, joking around with him.
Of course.
They're pretty funny.
Yeah, no, they're really funny. He's so focused on the cops, he doesn't see anything else.
I've noticed why.
It just is weird.
Yeah, like he was talking shit with me too. It was funny because he was saying, I mean, we really hung out. Like, we rode the train together. We fucking went and ate together because that's what, we had the whole day. So we had to go find shit to do. And I really enjoyed his time. I thought he was a pretty cool fucking guy. And I gave him the right advice. I told him, don't let these people intimidate you. Because he told me, he was like, I can make $10K every month off YouTube. And in my mind, I'm like, well, why the fuck don't you then? And I was just telling him, like, about everything I was going through. And I was like, I'm not letting them intimidate me out of shit. So neither should you.
Really? Yeah.
But I wasn't in the position I'm in now. I wasn't monetized yet. I didn't have the ability to make money on here that I'm starting to just barely crack to. I'm barely cracking it open, the monetization, where I might be getting like my first check in a long time, like $100 in pretty soon here from YouTube. So I'm excited about that. That's the biggest thing too. I think people forget that. Like, when I come on here, I think, like, that's the thing. They want me to feel like I shouldn't be doing this or something. Like, dude, I'm right now while I'm talking to you, Michael, like, like I'm getting paid in some sense. Right.
Of course.
Right. So, like, why would I not do it? Why, like, if I enjoy it and it's something I've always done and I love doing and people know I love doing it.
Listen, we're not in this life to live for others.
Right. Exactly. Say that one more time.
We're not in this life to live for others.
Right. So, I mean, that's my thing. Like, I love doing this shit, and I'm trying to turn it into hopefully a very large business. But, for me, the most exciting part is just, I mean, I hope it's exciting for you, but seeing all the Batman shit kind of being brought into fruition. I mean, what do you think about it?
I was pumped when I saw you got the scooter.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah. I put in the chat, I have a showy ballistic helmet. Black one, if you want it.
Shit, yeah. I'll have to figure out all the details and we'll talk about it, but yeah.
I mean,
what kind of helmet is it?
It's a showy, vented, real motorcycle, but it's got like a little thing on the back of the helmet. It's got the I gotta show you a picture of it. It's got a tinted visor. It's got 3 different mouth vents and stuff. But this is like a $400 helmet. But I have about 6 of them.
And isn't that kind of like what he wore in the last movie?
I mean, his were more like with the bad eyes, but you can actually change this out for visor, like I have on in my avatar.
Mm-hmm.
With those giant bug eyes.
Yeah, I know you
pick it up
can.
or
I mean,
something
I
like that.
I like the visor thing, but we can talk about it. You can show me what you mean.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll get with you. We'll talk about it and get it all figured out to do that. I appreciate that. That'd
No
be
problem.
cool as shit.
I found you the chesty harness too.
What is it?
The chesty harness for the GoPro.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Are you saying you want to like just mail that to me or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not looking for money.
Yeah, no, that's cool as fuck.
That's
Yeah, I mean it's
okay.
cool. It's cool because at least you get. I don't think many people get what I'm. I think Jennifer kind of does at this point. And I think some people do, but you know, like you kind of seem to get what I'm doing a little more.
Mm-hmm.
And they think it's a game, and you know, like I'm really trying to do this shit.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is a great start. This son of a bitch, I'm telling you, it's going like almost 40 miles per hour, and I'm flying. I mean, it's gliding. It's just like in the fucking movie. It's really a cool feeling. I'm not gonna lie.
I bet.
It's fucking cool, yeah. And I'm able to go like everywhere. It's been great for going places to eat because I pull up, I park the bitch. I don't have to go through any hassle really. And it's easy. I just lock it up. The only thing I've been worried about is like the other day I had to lock it on like a fucking, handicap fucking accessible sign. Like, do you think they really give a shit or not really?
Who knows? I wouldn't take a chance.
You said you wouldn't?
I wouldn't take a chance.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying because some of the restaurants they don't have like.
Oh yeah, I don't think they care that you lock it up.
Right. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, like I'm not parking there. You can't park this because somebody will just pick it up and take it. But yeah, I'm like, I mean, if I don't have a choice, I don't have a choice. Like if they don't have any kind of bike rack or any kind of poles, and that's the only fucking pole, I gotta latch it to that so I can go in and eat. Yeah.
Yep. No, you're cool.
But you don't think they'd fuck with me about that?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And then I mean, I don't think anyone it doesn't matter who you are. I don't think anyone can take this bitch off because it's steel. I think the lock is steel, or it's one of those real hard. Is it steel? Do you know what they're made out of?
Yeah, it's steel.
There ain't no getting through that, right? Not that quick.
No, not without giant bolt cutters. You know, which you're not going to walk around with those.
Bolt cutters would open it.
Well, they would cut it.
But it'd still be hard to open, right? Like they'd be struggling for a minute.
Yeah.
Huh.
But you're talking giant bolt cutters.
Oh, okay, like huge. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't really know the
Not
perspective.
handheld. No, you're talking like the giant things that the firefighters use.
In other words, nobody's gonna just have them.
No. They're not going to hide them in the jacket.
You saw it earlier when I showed it, right? I got the lock mechanism.
Yeah, I saw you driving it.
Yeah. It's a great start. I mean, the other one will be at a whole nother level because it's big, man. It's huge.
Mm-hmm.
It fits 2 people. I mean, it looks like it could fit 3 or 4 people. It's fucking huge.
I saw that. Good.
So that's going to be the next step. But for that one, I'm going to have to get plates. You know, I gotta get all my shit in order. Basically, I gotta get the license unsuspended, that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it's perfect for what I'm doing right now. But yeah, it really is I don't know. It's just a cool little feeling. But yeah, it just reminds me of the movie every time I get on the fucking thing. It's pretty crazy. And yeah, I mean, I think people forget I'm not planning on just doing scooters either. I want to start my own scooter store, but I'm planning on actually stepping it up again to vehicles. I want to make an actual Batmobile that looks legit, so that's going to be really interesting when we get to that point. And I don't know, I mean, if you can tell, the plan is to, have at least, I don't know, I'm hoping that I could get to a point and the stock would go up enough that I'd have get to a point where I'm at least, got like $250,000 in the bank to $1 million, if not more, and just be operating at that point with all these different vehicles that are paid off, that are paid for. I only pay cash normally, and just basically be operating at that. There's a level I want to get to, basically, which I'm sure you kind of get what I'm saying, where I don't have any jurisdiction, where basically I watch the fucking TV, I listen to the tarot readings, and I figure out what my assignment is, kind of, and what the fuck I'm supposed to do next as far as like justice and what's right. But it's definitely going to have to involve like criminals and evil doing and just the shit that's going on. But I just want it to get to a point where I have no jurisdiction, and if I want to go to another country, I just fucking hop on a boat or some shit and go on a cruise and go to another fucking country.
Yep. Why don't you hit my email tomorrow or something, and I'll give you the, because I found out some stuff for you as far as liability and things like that, so I'll forward it to you. You can check it out, tell me how you want to go.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like with the email, a lot of times I just don't email when I'm where I'm living. I'll email when I'm like out. I'm just paranoid.
Yep. No problem.
And then same thing with like even like YouTube comments. Like I usually don't be commenting and shit or doing certain things on YouTube when I'm here. I do them when I'm out and about because I just don't trust any of the fucking systems.
I get it.
Yeah. But I might get over it as time goes. We'll figure it out. But what do you want? What do you want me to say tomorrow, or what? Just kind of see what.
Just whenever you feel comfortable emailing me back, and then I'll know that it's cool. Then I'll send you some more information about the liability and stuff we talked about.
Okay.
And, I'll give you pictures of the helmet and the chest and all the other stuff. And just reply when you need to. Listen, I'm here, whatever. I'm laid back, man.
Cool. Yeah, no, I can tell. I appreciate everything.
No problem.
Yeah, I'll probably do that, and then I want to get where we can talk to. So I don't know. We'll get it all figured out. Just be patient with me,
Hey, whatever it takes.
Cool. But yeah, I mean, that's the main concept, you know what I mean? To just get to a point that I want to have enough money where I can do what I really want to do, which is like that new flying technology they use?
The hovering?
They used it in the movie, in the Batman, the newest Batman movie that came out with Edward Faggetson. I don't really like it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong. I just don't really like Edward Pattinson. Like, that's not his name. Not Edward, Robert Pattinson, I'm sorry. Calling him Edward because of Twilight. I like him. He's alright, but I just feel he's not Batman, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to have that Christian Bale bias.
Yeah,
I like
definitely.
Christian Bale.
I like him in that too.
I just think he's more Batman. He's always been a more aggressive type of dude like me. He's just got that Batman-esque presence. Robert Pattinson is not fucking Batman. I mean, it's just never going to convince me that it works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was kind of like Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job. Don't get me wrong. He was great in the film. It was a really cool movie. I liked him in it. I actually did enjoy it, and I thought he did a great job. But I'm always gonna fucking look at Christian Bale as Batman.
Right.
Not this other fucking imposter.
Yep, I get it.
Yeah. But, what was I saying about it? Fuck, I'm forgetting. Can you remind me?
Just being edgy.
What is it?
Just being edgy as Batman.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the fuck my point was. It's alright, I'm blanking out because I'm tired.
Me too.
But, I was saying, like, I don't know, that's the level that I'm picturing, man. I was saying the flying technology in the new movie that he uses, I've seen it on YouTube videos. So they have these boots or some shit, or it's like a jet pack.
Yeah, it's a jet pack with the boots.
Yes, and they use it in the movie, right?
Yep. They debuted it at the Pentagon.
Okay, that right there
Yes, sir.
tells you that's undercover top secret shit
Yeah,
that they're
yeah.
now, now they're getting show offy, which is what we're counting on because now I can get a hold of that
Right.
technology, and that's gonna really fucking help me because then they can't do shit with me. That's what I'm saying. These people don't even understand the level I'm about to fucking get to. Like, if I can just get to the money, once I get, like, if I can get my hands on that type of shit, I mean, you're talking about, like you said, that's like Pentagon type shit. I mean, you're talking about, I could basically, and I'm smart, like, I'm pretty fucking smart. Like, if I wanted to build a whole Iron Man suit, which is another goal of mine, I might end up fucking doing that. Like, I'm pretty fucking smart. I don't know mechanics and shit like that, but I want to learn. And, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's going to be hard to deal with a Batman that can fly away. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So if I get to, how much money does that technology cost? Do you know?
I don't know, but I would say in the 100,000s.
But see, that's to me, that that's still in my mind. That's doable.
Right.
Not right now. Clearly, I'm nowhere fucking near that. I got a long way to go. But in the long scheme of things, that's doable.
That's going to come way down to.
Right? Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I hope. I don't know, bro. I don't think they can make that like a mass marketing thing. I think you'd have too many people flying around.
I think right now they're taking advantage of the fact that it's just out.
Yeah. Any information? I mean, I'm not trying to say you need to get me information, but anyone. But if you do want to help me get any information on that as well, that would help.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, I definitely need someone like you that's willing to help me get the information I need because it's a lot of shit, and I'm just not that good at researching certain shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'll be honest when I'm not good at something. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, if I can get my hands on that type of shit, get me, a couple of $100,000 in the bank, either off the stock or whatever I figure out, and get. That's all I need. I need a couple of pieces to fall in place. I mean, we're talking. I mean, that's a whole nother fucking level of doing shit. And I mean, that's the thing, is the level that I'm trying to operate from is above everyone, and I'm sure you understand that.
I do. You're looking for rocket booster boots.
Yes. And see, then you'd have the. That's the other thing I need to learn. I could list off the things I need. We got to figure out again about the carbon fiber. I need info on that. I need info on what you think I can get locally down here, like in Brownsville, in any of these areas, even if it's in Harlingen or McAllen, but where I can find things to help build the bat suit. And then that's the main thing, is figuring out how would you build that cape, but where the cape extends and becomes like a fucking sugar glider, like one of those flying squirrels. And that's all he uses. He uses the trajectory, the glide, and it's the same you can use because they have wings with the little jetpack shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he uses in the movie. He's got those fucking wings somehow, but they like extended, and that's what you would have to do, I think, is build it where you're not carrying the wings because you got to fight and shit, but where you press a button or something and it engages the wings out where they pop out, maybe like a thing in your back where it holds it, and then they pop out when you're ready to fly, and then you'd have the jetpack. I don't know how that would work, but somehow you'd have them there or something, and hopefully you can do everything with them, and and then at that point you would, try to fly, which is one of the biggest deals of the direction I'm trying to go. And part of my point, again, is, I mean, who would not want to see a film called The Batman Tapes that shows actual clips, meaning like when there's a flying scene, you're not watching a scene from an actor, like you're not seeing fucking gay-ass Tom Cruise get in my film, because Tom Cruise is God to Scientologists everywhere and can do anything in any Mission Impossible. Okay, so it's not Tom Cruise who's going to be flying, but you're going to see, like, you get what I'm saying, where you actually see a film clip, like, from the GoPro of me fucking flying,
and like in a real scenario situation that these people never even knew happened. Because that's the point, is I'm going to be doing a bunch of shit off camera or on a camera, but that nobody's going to know what Batman does. That's the point of Batman. Batman's going to be doing a bunch of Batman shit in the shadows. It's called the League of Shadows for a fucking reason. Nobody on here on YouTube's going to know. These little fuckers aren't going to know. I think they think that I'm stupid. Like, you're not going to know a fucking thing. You're going to know what I show you. You're going to know what I tell you people. You're not going to really, you're not going to know, and I'm funny, so I might throw hints and shit, but that's the point, is to be, it's to get to another level with it, and nobody realized that the sumbitch that's talking about being Batman on YouTube, and that everyone might want to act like it's a joke, is actually fucking Batman and making the news. And then if they ever question me about it, I'm going to say, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm going to say, I just play a character on YouTube. It's the greatest fucking way to stay behind it. It's unreal, you know what I mean?
I do.
Because they'll how are they going to know? I mean, even if you quote me right now, I could just be talking shit. They don't know. You know? They don't have any fucking way of knowing. And then even if I get ID'd or whatever and they realize it's me, I mean, hey, that's part of the fucking franchise of Batman and in all the movies is unmasking the fucking, what do they call him? The caped what? Or the
Crusader.
Yeah, the Caped Crusader. Is that Superman more though? Or is
I
that
think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, point is, everybody wants to unmask the Batman, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll have to wear like a grill too to be Batman at some point, so they can't identify me through my teeth. I'll figure it all out, but I think it's going to be. It's a hell of an endeavor, and I think that it's just interesting, and I think that the views are gonna my views are jumping already, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've been fucking. Let me look at the statistics. I'll pull them up for you real quick. And again, this is the point. I mean, let me ask you, if you were to make a sentence, like if we were in class and I was the teacher and I asked you, not that I am clearly, but if I asked you, Michael, young Michael Hacking, what can you formulate a sentence to describe the point I'm trying to get to with this Batman shit? Like, what would you describe? And then I'll tell you kind of if I can think of a way to express it.
Dominance.
Sorry?
Dominance.
Yeah, in one word. I mean, you can say more than one word if you want, but I just wanted your opinion on it.
I would say
it's all about justice, man. It's all about just the fact that ain't nobody defending or protected us. They ain't doing a fucking thing, and I'm tired of them saying that I can't do my own shit. And nobody's doing shit. It's the whole system's failed. It's all corrupt. They're the enemy. They're all against us, and they've made that clear. So cool, that's fine. Fuck y'all. I'm not even concerned with y'all. Y'all can just move out the way, and I'm gonna go deal with the fucking real situations in the world. That the crime that needs to be fucking solved, instead of sitting here waiting on you to do your fucking job. Because I've been asking for over 2 decades and it ain't happening. So
that's what I was going to say.
There's not really a choice. Go ahead.
That's what I was going to say.
What exactly what I said?
What you just said.
Right. Like, I mean, they act like there's a choice. Like you're doing something wrong. Like, no, I want to serve justice in the right way. Like, I'm not out to hurt anyone. I'm not just trying to be vengeful. I'm not a guy who got bullied, and I went through hazing in high school, but I just never was a bullied type of individual. Like, I stood up to everybody who tried to bully me my entire life. So, and I mean that. I've gone through that my whole life. I never back down. I always stand my ground and win. And my thing is, even when it was more than one person, so my deal is, like, I just see all this evil shit going on, all this corrupt shit. Like, I'm meant to do this shit, clearly. I mean, what do you think?
I would say 100%.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm just saying, I think dominance is actually a great word for it. I do like using the vengeance word that he uses when he says, I am vengeance. And I've always been that. Like, I tell people, I got set up by people my whole life. I talked about how the fucking... just all these people came for me my entire life. I've been a target my entire life since I was born. So, You know, like, I mean, it's time for justice, man. It's just like the spirits even said today in the readings, like, it's time to fight back. Like, people want to fight, give it to them. Like, that's literally what the spirits are saying now. I mean, what do you think about that?
Have you seen my film trailer?
No, I'd like to, though.
It's V is for Vengeance.
Oh, shit.
Now what do you think?
Is it a film you're making?
Well, no, that's my film company. That's just a trailer for my shit that I do.
Okay, we got to be talking for a reason then. Maybe I'm going to have to, like, release the film through you or something. Right?
The trailer is really cool. It's a giant crossbow with an exploding arrow and a skull.
Mm-hmm. And that's what these people don't get. See, they don't think outside the box like me. Like, I'm very unorthodox. Like, they don't understand what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm not trying to get into Hollywood. I'm saying I have my own mind and intellect. I'm smart enough to do what you all claimed all these people did that they never did because they didn't do it on their own. And I mean, like name a film producer, if you will. Go ahead.
Susan Walsh.
I don't know that one. Who's the other big one?
I mean, there's like all the guys in Hollywood, Seth Rogen and all them producers.
In other words, would you agree with me though? Like, they didn't. This is different. I mean, I'm not part of Hollywood.
No, this is completely different.
And not
you
taking
can't go
anything,
Hollywood.
Right? Not taking anything away from. Exactly. I can't. He just said it. I can't even do it if I wanted to. And I mean, I maybe could, but I don't want to. You know,
they have like $50 million budgets for a reason, not because it costs that much to make a film. Because that's how you hide all the money.
Say that one more time. The last part.
You have $50 million budgets, not because it costs that much, because that's how you hide the money.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, because you spend all the money on the film,
right,
to hide the money by paying your friends, by paying your own distributors, by paying your own vendors. So they're all costed out. You spent $50 million. It doesn't. It costs $300,000 to make the first Jackass that grossed $30 million. Right? But then the fourth Jackass had a $30 million budget. Come on.
Right. That's funny as fuck.
Right.
Let me catch up to these comments. Where was I? Can you remind me? I'm just tired.
I don't even know. Your buddy said goodnight and then somebody else popped in.
Cool. Yeah, this one seems, I don't know if he's trolling or not, but he's asking or saying some logical shit, I think. But my point is, I mean, you're right about the dominance aspect. What I was saying is this. I just remembered. I'm doing something no one's ever done before. Like, I'm not trying to do what they claim Sylvester Stallone did. He didn't do that. To me, that's bullshit too. Another bullshit claim. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's my opinion. But
No, he didn't do nothing.
right, like, and he might be a clone at this point. He's had so much goddamn Botox, he can't even move his fucking nose or his eyebrows. But my point is this. And I don't hate on these people. Like, I don't wish these things happen to them. This is just the life these fuckers wanted to live. This is their fucking thing.
Right.
But my point is, what I'm doing is, it's just different because I'm doing something I'm really passionate about, like that. And I think that's what people don't get is, number one, again, I'm really Batman. I'm not convinced. I know I am. Because, like I said, if I'm shutting down illegal organizations hands-on, and I really am doing this, and I'm able to fucking, like, hold that kind of power, and, like, come on, bro. I mean, you can't be serious. Like, I'm definitely that. So, and that's the thing. I've been doing this before I ever assumed the title or created all this. So I'm, like, thinking, and these people just don't conceive. You can build your own film. You can.
They look at it differently. They're looking at it like you think you're Batman, the cartoon. That's not it. Batman is the concept of good versus evil.
Exactly.
You prevail over evil.
Right, and I already do that, correct?
Right. So exactly. The rest of it is just protecting yourself. The ballistic suit, the weaponry, the flight, the boots, the wing, whatever. You know what I mean? And the glider suit is super easy. It's just the material that you use.
And the thing,
Post actually came out with one.
Right, and the thing about it is these people don't think that any of it's possible because they have so many rules in this stupid fucking society, and these people follow them, and I don't. So they don't get. I was made to do this shit. Like y'all, when y'all start seeing me in action, for real, because you are gonna get to see clips of shit. Like you're gonna get to see, like that's what they don't understand. What the goal is to not. This is not just filming. Like yeah, that's an excuse that may be used at some point if it has to. Like he was talking about like you were talking about the other day, if you remember. But the goal.
You're the utilitarian part of it. You're actually doing it.
Right,
and
exactly.
The thing is that the reason you can understand it and other people can't is because you have a different inner calling that drives you to this fearless zone of complete vengeance and domination. And that can't be everyone. If everyone was like that, then human nature would take over. You'd have evil that could do this.
Right.
So you can only have 1 in a million people that are driven to this level of the dedication or perseverance.
Right.
This is a common thing. Then law.
Oh, it'd be a scary thought if it was a common thing because it'd be the wrong people doing it. Right.
Even with the best intentions, they go sideways. Every human nature always does. That's the way it fucking always works out. I don't care what anybody says. You start throwing money at 99% of people, and they get. You can own them.
What's your opinion on me on that? Because I could tell you right now that I'll never fold and would never go in the evil direction.
If money had anything to do with it, you would have been Batman 10 years ago with money.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
And I'm glad you said that because I'm glad you said that because I'm so truthful. I'll admit that I wasn't at that point. The Batman shit didn't come, in my opinion, till about, I think, towards the Vegas time when I was in Vegas. I'd say that's around the time that I started kind of. I mean, you could say earlier, but it would be like the early parts of the film, basically, when I wasn't actively doing. No, I can't say that. When I was going through all the bullshit, basically, was that part of it, you know. So I can't say that I wasn't him, but I definitely wasn't. I mean, I don't feel that I've completely become it.
That's your moral dilemma.
Go ahead.
You have a moral dilemma.
What do you mean?
Before you can hit the arc of purity for Batman, you have to go through a human level of humanity of a moral dilemma where you fight with yourself to survive, to make money the way you want, to decide whether you want to do this. That's classic storytelling, but it's always based on true life.
Right.
You're going through your moral dilemma right now, where you could take an easy route or a hard route. Where you could do things easy with your money, or you can let your money play out. This is your moral dilemma right here. This is part of your story arc.
Yeah, and that's crazy. That's really powerful what he's saying. I don't know if y'all can grasp that because that ties into when I'm talking about the shelters and all of this shit, you know, which not all of this is a choice, of course, but yeah, I get totally what you're doing.
You're climbing out of the hole that Bane got out of. That's what you're doing. You're 3/4 of the way up.
Right.
But you can't emerge that person until you have suffered that last 10 feet.
Right.
Because at any minute you could just fall back into the minions.
Right.
It's that last 10 feet where there's no footholds, there's no handholds, there's no food, there's no water. And as soon as you get out, then you're 100 miles from anywhere.
Yeah, and it's so interesting and epic hearing or us talking about this because I remember the fucking first time I went to jail, I felt like Batman. Getting out of there was just like fucking Batman. I had no one to bail me out. I had money, but they made it so difficult. I was in there for a minute, and then I had to PR bond myself out. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up, going back later and doing the whole 45 days stretch and all that shit. And I mean, even in that, I felt like Batman.
I get it.
So it's I mean, I think I'm just saying. I think that those experiences played a major part in the cultivation of where we're going and where we're headed and what you're talking about. Basically, would you agree?
I agree 100%.
Because I mean, you can't. I mean that those experiences for me, I really don't focus on them. Like they weren't really that traumatic as people might think they are. They kind of were, but I guess I haven't been thinking about it because I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah, it all hits you different times of life.
Say it again.
It hits you different times of life. Sometimes you suppress it. Sometimes you deal with it. Sometimes you tap into it.
I think that built some of the other parts of me, like the other parts of strength that I think will come out at some point or later. That
it'll be things you tap into.
Right. Kind of like that. Right. Yeah. Because that was another kind of experience. You know, that was it's a different kind of mental strength. With what I'm going through, especially on top of being in that scenario, and then dealing with all the people coming at me and the different shit along with it, and having to manipulate my way, you know, through the system. It's you know, and just to survive, I think plays a major role in the development of anyone that is claiming to be or be trying to become Batman. You know,
100%, man. Listen, it's 6:30. I'm gonna get.
Cool. Well, I really appreciated it. Before you leave, I just want to tell you real quick my statistics. I now have 1,342 subs. I gained 53 subs recently, which is pretty fucking good. I think that was in a couple of days. And then my watch time is 1.9 thousand hours, and my views are at 45.1 thousand. This is for the last 28 days, which probably doesn't mean the whole last 28 days, but you get what I'm saying. And then my estimated revenue is already almost to like $30, and I've got like 75 accumulated, I think. So
you're cruising.
Looks like I'm getting ready to get my first YouTube check in easily over a decade, maybe more. So that's cool. So
Very cool.
At least I know I'm not wasting my time. But I don't want to keep you. We'll continue talking. I appreciate it. And I'll email you tomorrow if you have anything you want to send me anytime right now or whenever you can.
You got it.
Cool. You'll keep coming to the lives, right? Whenever you catch me.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe we can do something tomorrow where we can get on here and talk and interact. So I'll try to figure it out.
All right. I'll.
You know what would be really cool?
What's that?
Before you leave, if I could get something to clip onto this fucker that would keep the phone up.
I got that.
And then I could charge it and film me driving, and we could talk while I'm.
I got it in my hand.
Making. Oh, you have one.
Literally.
Oh,
It's a. You can use it for a rifle or handlebar or flashlight, anything like that. Anything around it, and it'll hold your phone on the other side.
Okay. I mean, do you think if I needed it like ASAP, do you think they'd have something around here that might?
Yeah, I can tell you exactly what it is. It's
just like a clip-on for to go on the top of the scooter.
It's made by Protec. PROTEC.
Okay.
It's just like a dual clamp little thing. Costs like $5.
Where do you think would they have it at, like a Dollar General or some shit?
They might, but they probably have it like at a Rockies or something like that.
Gail?
You have it at Rockies or something like that.
Are you still with me?
You have it at Rockies or something like that.
Say it one more time.
Rockies.
Sometimes my
Rockies.
What's Rocky? I don't think we have that down here.
Ace Hardware.
Oh. Huh. Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. We'll talk tomorrow, and I'll try to think about it and figure out maybe if somewhere here might have some kind of clip that I can use for the phone, or maybe I could tie it up into the light thing that goes around the.
You got phone magnets.
Phone magnets?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Super heavy duty.
where do they have those?
You can get them. Those are probably Dollar General.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look around. Maybe we'll go looking tomorrow or something. But yeah, I'll try to figure it out because that'd be cool if I could talk to you live on air while I'm literally moving around, just so they can see how quick the fucking thing is and what it's like.
All right. So I'll touch base with you tomorrow.
All right, cool deal. Have
All
a
right,
good
man.
night. Thank you, man.
You too.
All right. Let me catch up here. Said for Comic-Con, huh? For real. He said for Comic-Con. No, not for Comic-Con, you silly goose. For real. For real. Sounds pretty dope, thank you. Oh, I wasn't responding to you, Smokes, by the way. I haven't even read these comments, so when I'm speaking, I'm not talking to people in the chat, like, almost ever. So, wait, I wasn't trying to make fun asking about Comic-Con. I mean, that's obviously my first question, but is this legit? Said this is interesting. Just trying to catch up. Man, I gotta piss. Preach, brother. I don't know. Who's Martin Skorskis? Oh, that's a director, I'm guessing. See, I have pretty good memory. True. Sometimes my memory's faulty. Had a lot of head trauma. Yeah, sorry, I've been commenting a bunch. What's the Stallone claim? I mean, I just think Stallone's full of shit. I think he's probably cloned at this point. I don't believe he's even around. I don't believe that just the lies that they tell that they expect people to agree with that never happen, like acting like he wrote Rocky and you know, how to explain it, like even that, just that he wrote Rocky and acted in Rocky, and like I don't believe that he wrote the motherfucker. I don't believe anything I'm told. I see things differently. I see things for what they are. Like I'm just saying, like he wasn't Rocky. Like he didn't become Rocky. So I'm saying this is a lot different because I'm becoming Batman. It's not really a movie. It's a fucking real thing happening. So that's what makes it pretty cool. And then you laughed at something I said. Said, okay, you just blew my mind with that explanation. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I don't know what part you were referring to. I can maybe try to ask you in a minute if you're still here. Alright, let's see. Yeah, you can't listen to trolls. Right. He said it's got to be an elaborate troll. I was watching some videos he's training and everything. I don't know if you're referring to me or someone else. I definitely am not a troll. Why do all the work for a troll? Yeah, trolls don't do work. He said, what's NPD? That's just a loser projecting. He's narcissistic, borderline personality disorder he has. So he comes over here and projects. They're just weird. Don't mind them. He said, oh, I just Googled it. He sat there and told that fag the truth. He told him, he said, no, I don't know, man. He sounds genuine, right? Anyone with 2 cents in their head can see the shit is real shit. Of course. Don't listen to trolls. They're always fucking talking shit, projecting they're stupid. So that's what really proves your worth. I mean, yeah, turmoil builds character. Caged animal. This guy's a pretty good guest, actually. I like what he's saying. We'll keep Smokes here. Maybe you can earn yourself a ranch. And seeing all the injustice, right? I don't know if I got bit by something. Sure fucking hope not. I feel like it. Fuck. Have you talked to anyone about that, man? Because I was homeless for like 8 months. I was like 20 and going through some shit. I across the country from my family, and I didn't realize how much it actually fucked with me until I talked with a close buddy. But yeah, it might help me. No, I agree with you, but I mean, there's not much I can do about it. You know what I mean? I've had my issues for fucking a long time, but a lot of it, a lot of it has had to just do with traveling as well. But my personal issues, I'm not here to talk about on the internet. But I agree with what you're saying. So congrats on the success. Yeah, something fucking bit me. I don't know what it is. Hopefully nothing too bad. I fucking felt something earlier. I just don't want it to be like a fucking spider. Fuck it. Alright. Anyway, I think it was a great show. I think I'm gonna head out for now. Okay? And I really enjoyed the conversation with Michael and with Garrett. So, yeah. What I can do... I feel like something's still biting me. What the fuck? Unless it's a fucking mosquito. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the backgrounds, the GIFs, just the whole nine, man. I hope you enjoy the process of what's being built here and everything to come. And that's it. I mean, all I can tell y'all is that I'm very excited about it. I've been excited about it, and I think that you all should be excited about it. So that's about it, man. You know what I mean? But yeah. We'll go from there, and like I said, I mean, just look for me to keep leveling up and be patient. It all takes time. Shit can't be rushed, and yeah, that's about it, man. I think we're gonna turn some heads like we've been doing, man. I think we're gonna impress a lot of people without really trying too hard. So we'll see what happens, but keep tuning in, man. All right, I will talk to y'all later, and remember. When Mike Saha flexes, he does not look like this. Alright? Do not forget that I am the only fucking Batman. Alright? And that is a fucking fact. Alright? That's it. Fuck 'em. 5:30 on my wrist, got 'em pissed. Check out TyreseSneed.com. It's worth fucking 2 G's, and it's my worldwide website. And that's it. Oh yeah. I'll talk to y'all later, alright?